Right in the middle. I'm the meat in the modern rogue sandwich.
Are we doing cold open first?
We had talked about doing the cold open as you mid thing and me.
Oh, right.
Like just to set a context. Like, what's going on? Are you okay?
Yes.
Like pan around, zoom, all this stuff's everywhere. There's a mess.
And I'm gonna turn around like, you did this to him. It has begun.
Okay.
You could do right when you pull it off your face too. It'll be like, because you'll be sweaty and the ball cap will come off and it'll be gross.
Oh, good. That's what I want to look like.
What's up, man? You're really selling us on this. It's gonna be great. All right, I'm gonna allow myself to press refresh one more time. So excited for the guys. It looks like they're doing really well.
And they just doubled their campaign.
Yeah.
Do they have one of those high level?
Or did they? Wait. No, I can't do math. Sorry.
High level doubles? What do you mean? Levels? Yeah, they got. They have insane ones like the tiers go as high as $1,000. It says.
Who would do that?
Well, it says here. Oh, you can't.
It says go on the Modern Rogue weekend. What?
It says stuff like at 200 you get to go to the launch party, ticket guarantee, and lodging on campus where available. At 200 a month, they send you 4 bottles of whiskey per year, your choice. And then at $1,000 a month, it says, you're either drunk right now or your magnificence is beyond comprehension. That's the only reward. You're clearly drunk.
I love that.
That's awesome. Those guys outbeard us.
Oh, beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I'm not okay with that.
Are you guys about ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Grace, I told you about the Wizard Academy, right?
Yeah,
This is they have a whiskey school as well, and that's what this is.
that's awesome.
And they're building their own distillery.
That is so cool.
Oh, I didn't take
Great.
you on a tour of it. You didn't see it.
No,
Yeah.
I saw the scaffolding.
Did you see?
There's really not much.
Did you
there
see
to
Brad Leclerc's collection now?
Oh my God, we gave him a problem or a solution.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing like a series on whiskey, like YouTube videos on whiskey.
Oh, that's great.
Brad is?
Yeah, he's doing like reviews.
According to science,
Oh, I
alcohol
think
is a
he signed
solution.
up for the. Did he already take the sommelier class or?
He took it with y'all, or
No.
he took the class.
No, he's actually going to take the class.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's already scheduled for it, soon.
Okay, yeah. Well, that'll be good. That'll be good to see him.
Cool. Rolling here, rolling audio lock.
All good and. I'll just tuck this back here. Actually, I'll ditch this over here.
Boy, sure shows a lot better without Brian on it.
Whoa!
He's back.
Too soon. That's like somebody dies on the OR table and is like, well, it sure is a lot better now he's not around.
And then beep.
Oh, you like,
He's back.
It's like, whew, good. I'm hungry. Let's,
Get the bones off.
I'm like, technically,
called
this is all
dibs on
just
my-
meat now, right? We could just.
this would be a shame for this to go to waste.
I like how we're always so topical about what we're going to work on.
It looks like you're going to teach us some back alley plastic surgery. Is that
No,
what's
this
happening?
is back alley. Never mind.
This
Hey,
is the front.
just
This is the
nowhere to
front of the
go.
alley.
Hey.
This is legitimate safety system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel better.
This is legitimate petroleum jelly.
I feel worse.
Okay. Jason Murphy, we are going to make you a real life super spy. You're going to go undercover and no one will recognize your face.
I didn't even study.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I have these safety scissors. We'll start right
It's-
now.
and you'll not be recognizable by the end.
Let me get some of the mead so I can anesthetize myself real good before the cutting
Cut off
starts.
your nose and just pour it on your face. I'm drunk now.
Honey is a brilliant anesthetic.
Jason Murphy, we are going to make you a deep undercover super spy. We have to alter your face using prosthetics. And so, I fucked it up. Jason Murphy, we're about to make you a super spy. You are going to go deep undercover, so we need to alter your face. So we have hired our only best friend who knows how to begin this process. Bill Duran. Punish
Hello.
Crimes. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
Hey, this
oh,
is-
that's good. I'm
It was smooth, like butter. We're the best.
Can we try that again?
I insist we keep it like that.
It was just me.
Last pass.
Last pass.
Jason Murphy, we are going to make you an undercover super spy, which means we need to alter your face. But rather than cut you up, we brought in Bill Duran from Punished Props, who are going to help us get to a point where you can have face prosthetics and look like someone else.
I'm gonna be like Tom Cruise, where I can just pull it
Yes,
up.
exactly.
It's me.
Yes.
Unfortunately, when we pull it off, it'll be you, not Tom Cruise under it. But
Can you
it's
imagine
just
the
like that.
disappointment? He said he pulls off his Jason face and it's just another
I
Jason
thought I
face.
was. You told me it was gonna be Tom Cruise. When he took the mask off, I was gonna look like Tom Cruise.
Okay, so as I understand it, even for undercover operatives, so as I understand it, even for undercover operatives, they will use facial prosthetics to change the way people look, to make them unrecognizable. But it all begins with something called a life cast. Is that what
Correct,
it is?
yes.
All right, and how does talk me through the process here?
All right, we got all our.
If you can, like, talk me through the process. Just connect us. Say, like, well, before you can make prosthetics, you have to have another Jason.
Yes.
And so we're gonna make a copy of his face.
Got it.
So talk. Sorry.
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. So talk me through this.
So to build prosthetics, like a fake nose or ears or whatever, we need a platform to build those off of. And that platform needs to be a perfect copy of Jason's face.
But not actually his face.
Not actually his face.
Let's do it for the show.
Yeah, let's Nick Cage this.
The Joker.
We'll be a little more gentle than that. We're going to make a mold, a silicone mold. We have some supplies here. Plaster it all over his face. That's a negative copy of his features. And then we'll pour some sort of casting medium into that to make a positive copy of this glorious
So I've heard
visage.
this is what they call a stone positive, right?
Yeah.
So basically, we put goop all over him.
Mm-hmm.
The goop will harden. We'll pull it off of him, and we'll have a bucket in the shape of his head, and then you can fill it with stone or whatever else to have something that you can work on to make
Yeah,
prosthetics.
you could use clay to sculpt a nose on it, and then make another mold of that to make the fake nose that would fit perfectly on his face.
So we can sit there and just reuse my face and just make multiple mediums.
That's the beauty.
Of
Once you
my
have
head,
a mold of your face, you can make any kind of thing. We can make your face pretty.
It's a new direction for the show. It's like, what are we gonna make Jason's head out of this episode? This one is mashed potatoes.
Can we make a fat suit face of Jason?
You could, yeah.
That would actually just be me like a year ago.
You're like, Brant, run the computer simulation.
Yeah, from some of the older episodes where I'm like 30 pounds heavier.
All right, so what are all the processes? How do we begin?
All right, the step one is to get you bald capped up. We'll put so we don't get goo in your face there. I mean, we don't have to do a bald cap,
Yeah.
depending on how
That's
much
gonna-
you want to shave your head.
Real quick question. Is it better for us to describe all the steps, or is it possible to say, well, let's just get started?
Why don't we do that?
Yeah, just say, let's just get started. We need an assistant, so we're gonna bring on, in my friend Grace,
Cool.
and then we'll cut to we're all there and Grace is here, and then
Okay,
we'll just
great.
get started.
Sounds great.
Okay.
So why? We have all the materials. We've got this face. Why don't we just get started? And I'll explain as we roll through it. And I brought in a ringer.
Well, yes, go on.
Life casting is better if you have more hands to help out, so we can do this quickly. My friend Grace, she runs a channel called Zombie over on YouTube. She has props and costumes.
Awesome.
She is a qualified cosplayer.
Yeah, girl. We got a girl.
An awesome person.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
meet you.
joining us, Grace.
Nice to meet you.
She's gonna assist us through this whole thing to make sure it goes as smoothly as possible.
Outstanding.
And you know CPR.
Yes. So no,
No
we
reason- no
got
reason.
you.
That escalated very quickly.
Suddenly, this is the safest and scariest video we've done because good, we have someone that knows CPR. Bad that you thought that was important to tell me.
It's never a bad thing.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Brent,
Drink
do you
this,
want-
Jason.
Do you want us to try another take on that? Should we snap to suddenly Grace is here, or do you like her walking on? Or
I think that was good.
okay, great, awesome. All right, so cool. Now we'll just cut to
Chair there and
yeah. Here we'll
going?
just get started.
all right.
Got a seat, Murphy.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna make you a little bib out of paper towel, just in case stuff gets all over you.
All right.
But yeah, lose
And
the
then,
outer
you want
skirt.
me around to be helpful, or
So I will be over here. Grace is gonna be mixing. You'll be over here.
okay?
And
helping
you're
to
gonna
apply.
focus on just brushing stuff on the back of his head.
Okay. Will you just
Mostly,
give me a job?
But I will direct you as we go.
I brought this. I don't. know if that's needed. You said you needed a big pot. I didn't know if this was.
No, he said
We,
want a big.
we need to mix the we need to mix the gelatin later. That might not be big enough, but we'll
Okay.
figure that out later.
All right.
That's a problem for future Bill.
Okay.
Where did I put my orange tape? 'Cause I'm gonna make you like a bib. There it is.
Oh, I should be turning down the
Sorry.
temperature. It's 74.
Yeah, he's gonna be nice.
It's a bummer. I wish I'd figured that out earlier. That doesn't mess audio, does it? Okay.
This is how
It's
it
a
will
good
be
bib.
done.
We're all working.
He's like a lazy Susan. Just spin him around and just hold
Yeah.
the brush.
All of you hold a
Yeah.
brush out, and I just do this.
Bib.
That's fun.
Who's a big boy?
Do I get lobster now?
Get a lollipop.
All right, so if you scoot that way a touch, just go that way and forward a little bit, so that you can
here?
get behind him. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that, and then that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this better not be a goddamn April Fool's episode.
Here, you can. I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna do this first part, but if you feel nervous, you can hold that brush.
Okay. Why? Why?
It's like you guys are gonna,
This is really a one-man job.
Oh, got it. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm color commentary.
Okay, cool.
you guys are gonna do the mold, and when I come out and look at it, it's gonna look like Steve Buscemi or something.
That would be a real fun. That would be a lot of work. But how great would that be if we pop it out and you're like, oh, it turned out terrible. It looks like it would be terrible. It looks like Tom Cruise. Everything went wrong.
It's that Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
He's like, the operation was a failure. He looks like Tom Cruise. Ah!
And I'm 5 inches shorter now.
And I have the strangest beliefs.
But I can run really fast on camera.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
It's my Tom Cruise impression.
That's good. That's good. That's
I mean, I thought he was here for a second. Maverick?
Okay. You good, Brandon? Yes. All right, take it back, guys.
All right, so Murphy's all bibbed up. Where do we begin?
Since he's opted not to shave his head, we need to put a bald cap on him. Very specific bald cap, not latex.
Okay.
Silicone latex, they don't get along.
Yeah, is
So
it because they blend together, or?
the latex will keep the silicone from curing.
Got
so
it.
it'll just stay honey on his face indefinitely.
You know what? Part of me wishes I'd swapped that out for a swim cap. That would have been
So
amazing.
that is from a special effects shop, and it is oversized. Whoop.
it's a full body bald cap.
So
It's just a flesh toned silicone suit. It's like a Zentai suit. It'll look like Green Man.
it says front, which is very nice. It's oversized, fit many heads.
I have a gigantic head.
Yeah.
Good.
Some people have noticed.
What
Not
I need,
me. I never noticed.
Jason, what I need you to do is throw up the horns.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, cool. This is gonna help us
Wait,
get
hang
this.
on. Sometimes that works.
So you're gonna hold on to that while this is already going so well. You're gonna
What the hell am I doing right
pull
now?
that over your forehead. There you go. And then I'm gonna do this, like that. And it's gonna go over your ears.
You're
No,
not putting.
wait. So ears are not part of the stone positive?
No, he'll have Barbie or Ken doll ears.
So,
Let's say.
okay.
Oh my God, I feel like Francis Dollarhide from Red Dragon.
You look like Howie Mandel from the 80s.
Putting a condom on my head.
I have safety scissors. I'm gonna cut near your face to just make a little room, and I'm gonna just tear it a little bit across. Careful in the right spot.
So from
And-
this point forward, I assume what we want is everything to be as smooth as possible,
Yes.
right? No seams or ridges.
Yeah. Now he has a beard, not a problem. The silicone we use is safe to use on short beards. It has a release agent in it to keep it from sticking to the beard. So we're good there. We do.
I think we're done. You look great.
We do need to glue this to his face.
Okay.
So I've got super glue. I mean, Prozaid medical adhesive.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we'll glue that to your face.
Great.
I'm glad we've already got great thumbnails for this.
So I'm just gonna
You
brush this
son
on your skin. And
so you're putting it underneath.
yep, so that this will stick down to his face.
Got it.
And then
And how thick of a layer do you put in there? I guess you probably don't need much thickness, but the width probably matters.
the width of the brushing.
Yeah.
About as wide as this brush.
Okay.
Because that's just
All you need.
That's all that happened. I don't know. I didn't really put a lot of thought into it.
Always questioning Brushwood. What's going on?
I am gonna.
And you got to get it. Okay, yeah, you're going down there below my hairline,
Yes.
To pull it down.
covering all of that up.
And that's to make your head as featureless as possible, so that we don't get all of the silicone in.
So are you not going to mold my ears?
In this case, no.
Okay.
I just thought about that, and that actually makes it a lot easier to do if we don't do your ears.
Okay.
Well, and again, if we're doing this for spy prosthetics, you don't need prosthetics on your ears. You only need the face, the brow, the nose, the lips.
Starting to
that kind
think
of
maybe
stuff.
we should do his ears though.
You think?
That's actually a really good technique for spotting a spy.
No
They don't have
ears?
ears. Yeah.
No, well, I have normal ears is what I'm saying.
It really kind of changed the Cold War when they
You
figured
know
that
what?
out.
I'm gonna liberate your ears.
Liberate your ears,
Phrasing?
proletariats.
Are you reservoir dogging me right now?
Yeah, it's stuck in the middle when you comes on.
Yeah, Brant's gonna put that in the edit.
It's
You
be
gonna
a
bark all day,
copyright-free
Murphy, or are
version.
you gonna bite?
And this really is just a one-man job, so Brian gets to watch.
I'm learning.
But it should stick really well. And then I'm gonna kind of make you some weird sideburns here and cut that out a little bit.
Sorry.
Around here.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be like doing makeup for an X-Men movie. Like I'm in the chair for 8 hours so I can look like Nightcrawler.
This is the modern Rogue.
This should.
Because if you could put me in a chair for 8 hours and then I come out looking like Nightcrawler, do it.
I can't do that. I can't promise that.
God damn it, Bill.
But
You will come out bleach blonde, though. We forgot to mention.
this should take about an hour and a half.
Okay.
And boy, I can't wait to cover this yammering mouth with silicone. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh God, I love you, Bill.
Let me get the other. Let's try.
All right. So,
I just picture you jabbering on and on as I'm like just mashing your face.
he gets in his mouth and he's just spitting it out like the stuff.
I wish I'd learned ASL. I have some choice
Each
phrases.
sex language. Each sex location. There you go.
That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
A swing and a miss.
Sorry.
All right, this is getting there. I'm gonna continue on your forehead. If you could stop sweating, just that would be.
Oh, I'm just getting warmed up. I
Man,
want-
number one request in the chat. If you could just stop.
At what point did I become the whipping boy today? Yeah, about that sweating thing. It's whew, get ready. I'm gonna bring some towels.
Okay. Should probably have let that set a little bit longer, but it seems like it's going okay.
The good
All right,
news
cool.
about this little production note. The good news about this being time intensive.
Brant loves shooting long episodes.
Well,
and
no.
editing.
But I mean, it's like all these silent bits will just get cut,
Yeah.
and so if nothing's happening, we
Grace.
don't have to hustle to fill air.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, next step. So there's a little bit of extra. It's not going to affect the overall quality, but I have some acetone here and
Hey, that's the
Q-tip.
stuff everyone was getting all up our junk about not wearing respirators around. We're just
Yeah.
gonna put it all over your face.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
a tiny amount,
Fine.
but this will dissolve the material here.
Acetone is just nail polish remover.
Well, nail polish remover is acetone.
Sorry. Sorry.
But it will
Yeah.
it will dissolve the
Flesh.
flesh.
So this is. Remember when we took the acetone and we used it to melt down the styrofoam?
Yes.
This is exactly the same process happening, only on a small level. So it blends it and it gets rid of those
Yeah.
harsh edges.
Hey, I got napalm on my face.
Oh jeez! Every comment. Did you know that's napalm? Yes, 12-year-old. We've heard this before.
This seam looks fine. Around his neck, though, I'm going to use this to dissolve the extra.
Got it.
In fact, we could rotate you and we could
Yeah.
see what's actually going
We
on.
have the technology.
Right. So this will dissolve the bald cap, and I only need a tiny bit. If you want to hit, though.
No.
Oh, it smells so good.
Don't abuse inhalants, kids.
But I can go along the seam where I put down that adhesive, and now there's no seam between the bald cap and his skin forever. So you're going to have to get a new driver's license picture taken. But, you know, I mean, it's a good look, so.
Yeah, I look like young Jason Voorhees. Or old Jason Voorhees, which is...
Got a little extra right here.
That's a delightful sting.
Yeah. The bits of sideburn and beard sticking out aren't going to be a problem.
We're just going to tear those right off.
If you have any discomfort at all, Jason,
Jazz hands.
keep it to yourself.
If you have any problems, Jason, just remember that you're disappointing your father.
Just think of those sweet, sweet views.
Yeah.
Go to your happy place.
Just keep the golden button in mind.
It's getting close.
They do, rotate around. I think you're just about ready to go. That looks good, pretty good.
Okay.
They
Correction.
do,
That looks good. Pretty good. It's fine. It's fine.
they do make,
Very adequate.
It'll work.
they do make let me do that again. They do make a remover for this medical adhesive. I didn't bring any. It's right here, don't worry. We're ready to go. So next step, we mix up silicone and cover his head.
Okay, and silicone by itself, when you say mix it up, I know that silicone, I think of just objects already made out of silicone, but there's two ingredients that combine.
Two liquids. This is super easy, 1-to-1 by volume. Mix it together, stir it up. You got about 10 minutes to spread it on. That liquid turns into a rubber. This particular one is designed to go over beards, so it should only liberate about half of there.
Am I crazy? Because I remember making a silicone mold for the skewer through tongue trick, and I believe there was one that was silicone that was just goopy, that always stayed goopy, and the other one was called, was it Thixotropic solution? It's something that basically its job was to rubberize it?
I don't know about those words.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Then there were all those tongues that you got from Eastern Europe.
Eventually, I realized only human tongues will suffice.
Yeah.
You mix the two things together, it turns into
Okay,
a
all
rubber.
right, that's fine.
Awesome. And Grace is going to help us with that by doling out portions into little mixing cups.
Do we need? Okay.
Grace in the CPR.
she'll
as
mix it-
You've managed to point out something.
Doing this stuff is awesome if you have a team of 3 or 4 people to work quickly.
Oh, because
Everyone has
it's
their own
timed.
task. Yeah, once that gets mixed together, we got about 10 minutes. So you're going to cover the back of his head.
Okay.
We're going to do around his neck like so.
Okay.
I will focus on the more delicate areas, the ears, nose, eyes, all that stuff. But we'll start by covering his face and leave this open for as long
Now,
as
is there
possible.
it just even all over, or do I want
Fairly
more?
even. We can apply a second layer if we want to thicken it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need like straws in my nose or anything?
Not
Do
yet.
you want straws in your
Eventually.
nose?
I think that'd probably be a good idea. You know, because it just takes me to my happy place of doing a lot of cocaine.
You don't need straws in your nose.
Okay.
I'm going to be very gentle about applying it to your nose area.
Okay.
And if there's no detail on this part of the mold, that's not a big deal.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna find you. If I can shove something in your nose, I'm gonna find it.
We'll find something to put in your nose.
I will self-apply the straws. Thank you, Brian.
All right, hold on.
The straws are actually not a good idea.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I do have these.
It
These
starts.
that look pretty good. This little preview.
Yeah, there's your.
So we can just cut those off.
That doesn't help. It's actually more difficult to
Actually
breathe.
worse.
That's I'm gonna hang on to these. Oh, that's because they're capped.
I know.
You son of a bitch.
I said I would remove the caps.
okay.
So the silicone is 2 different colors so that when you mix it together, it's obvious that it's been mixed.
Oh, great! Yellow and blue make green.
Yeah, which is really, really good. So Grace is doing that.
Okay, so the clock is going to be ticking once it's mixed.
Do you want me to set a timer? Is that valuable? Or you'll know it
I
because
know.
it just gets harder and harder.
Yeah. Cure time is 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, pot life is 6, so we have 6 minutes to work with it before it starts to set up.
Pot life?
Yes. Hey, it's legal in Washington.
Cool bald cap pot life Jason is my new favorite meme. I just want Photoshop spliffs on each side.
Exactly. Like 420.
This is already going so great.
Oh my god.
Thank God law enforcement's not here.
I'm waiting for you to not pull out a badge, but to pull out a siren. Put it on your head like Inspector Gadget. It comes right out of your head.
I'll let it slide for the memes.
Letting you off with a warning.
It's legal in Washington.
Both
Close
Washingtons,
enough.
right?
I don't know.
Okay, so what's pot life again?
When you mix the two ingredients together, the pot life is how much time you have before it starts to react and set up.
Basically, that's your mixing time, and then at that point,
And application time.
and
It must be applied. After 6 minutes, it starts to get set up and you can't work it anymore.
okay, so and then it's 20 minutes to cure. Afterwards.
Yeah, full cure
Okay.
is at 20 minutes.
So yeah, so I think it does matter. You want to everybody get in there really fast.
Yeah, having more hands on hand. And then while you and I are doing this, Grace can then while you and I are brushing, Grace can mix up the next batch.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, how are we going to take the? Because he's going to be totally covered. How do we remove it?
That's a great question.
I've never thought of that.
Can we figure that
It's
out?
like a condom.
It's like
There's a real answer, I promise. We will cut a seam down the back of the head if the seam makes the casting imperfect. It doesn't matter, it's the back of his head.
Yeah. Okay. So, so do I want to go thicker on applying to the back
Yeah,
of the
we can.
head? So
Once
that
we
as you
do a
cut
whole
it-
layer, maybe if we have a little silicone left over, just brush some extra and
Okay.
a line down the back.
But it sounds like you're not overly worried about it one way or the other.
No. Not at all.
Looks
I'm
like
not worried.
frosting.
I'm not
Looks
pulling
like
in something
delicious.
on my face. I have
try
zero
it.
concerns.
everything's fine.
There you go, Bill.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Grace. You can start on the next one. I'm going to just take little bits from this. You hold on to
Okay,
it.
got it.
And I'm going to start going on your ear.
I'm gonna
Get
just
around the ear.
loop it on your head. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give you a
the-
nice little dollop.
No need to be gentle up there. I will be gentle
I'm gonna
around
give
your
him a
ears.
mohawk because you're looking good. There you
And-
go. Liberally everywhere.
Yep. And along the brush down.
Oh no, I got it on your shirt. How big a deal is that?
I mean, I don't care about Jason's shirt.
I'm sorry, Jason.
And at the edge of the ball cap, just brush down so it doesn't pull it up. And then we're going to basically go a seam around here. And then this is going to go in your ear, so it's going to start getting difficult to hear.
Will this come out of the shirt?
Here, I can wipe it now.
I don't care.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I'll just get another one, but it's, yeah, whatever.
You can be a lot more generous with the amount of
Okay.
silicone you're applying.
All right.
To
So
the-
I'm not doing multiple layers of paint. This is the reverse of what you taught us on the spray painting.
Yeah.
Just glob it right on there.
Yep. And once I get this ear, we
look
can
like it.
trade sides.
You look like a tasty cake, Murphy.
It's a lot like cake frosting.
It really is. It's thicker than I had expected to go
All
on.
right,
I thought it would be a
we're
little
gonna cover
more
your
liquidy.
ear now.
There's a little audio bite that I never want to hear again. You look like a tasty cake, Murphy.
There we go.
Like, well,
But I'm glad you gave me that substitute one for everyone to put on their soundboards.
once I go under, I'm going to be hearing that over and over. Tasty like a tasty cake, tasty cake, tasty cake.
Oh, we should talk about this. Remember, I told you back when we did the Gansfeld episode,
Oh yeah,
Jason?
you started shifting and
Let's trade spaces.
Yeah, sure.
Once this starts to set up, Jason, I will finish covering your ear.
okay.
But this will leave a gap in there so it's not oozing goo into your ear canal.
Oh, thank you.
So the time I got a life cast, Murphy, I had the full-on Gansfeld effect, which people should see that episode because when you have a uniform field of vision and uniform input, because you're about to not be able to hear much or see much, like we both had real hallucinations during that experiment, right?
And that was just sensory deprivation. There were no pharmaceuticals involved, right? It was
Correct,
just,
correct.
yeah.
But that's what you're about to experience. When I
So, is there going to be any light coming in? at
Yeah,
all?
you'll be able to see. It'll be like a
Through the mold?
well, and through his eyes, because we got light shining on. And
Well, once
so-
we have the plaster on there, you're not gonna see anything.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. But your job is going to be to stay real still, and it's weird how I remember feeling like I was tilted over, but I couldn't even ask, "Am I tilting over?" I just was hoping, because you can't talk or nothing. It's
Yeah.
really trippy. In fact, Rallis Khan, he was doing this, and he's like, "All right, I'm going to take a quick picture of you." All right, there we go. And I hear the snap of the photo, and he's like, "I put my balls on your head." And then for this brief moment of panic, I'm like, I am in a sketchy LA downtown studio at 2 a.m. with a guy I just met.
This Undertaker looking dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Uh,
You're doing a
ne-
great
next
job.
time
by
I
the way,
saw
Brian.
Brian, he was fully clothed in the shower, sobbing.
So this is actually starting to thicken up a bit already. You can, I mean, I can tell. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah,
But
no,
it
absolutely.
is getting thicker. But it's good. Grace has got the next one going, and
We're about done.
we're doing awesome. Everyone's doing great. You're doing great, Jason.
You're
Thanks.
great.
Thanks. I practiced.
So did we already set up like safety things if you're afraid you can't breathe or anything?
Yeah.
Yep,
Do
jazz
we have
hands.
jazz hands means get me out of this thing.
I guess at that point you do like jazz hands, just a little jazz hands. I'm a little
Almost
bit
ready?
freaking
Yeah,
out.
almost.
All right, cool. All right, this next one, we're just gonna really get everything covered.
All right, so yeah, this is all pretty thick and
And
hard at
I
this
will
point.
focus on around his face region.
Okay.
You do like forehead, like around here.
You got it?
Yeah, cool.
Can you turn him around so we can see the back?
Yeah, here. Let's
Sure,
take a
yeah,
look.
yeah. All the lights are over here. This is way better.
Yay! We can
There you go.
actually play. Okay, so fresh coat. Oh yeah, now this is all goopy again.
Yeah, see how
there
much of
you
a
go.
difference that makes.
It's giving me Slimer vibes.
Yeah.
I played bass for Slimer vibes. I'll just, I'll do
Oh
right.
wow! Wow!
Just do that.
Yeah, now
you
we're
just
talking.
use that and just spread it out
You got
everywhere.
it.
Yeah. And yeah, you're doing great.
It's a piece of
Everyone's
cake, a
doing
bit
awesome.
of cake. The
Um,
way is hazy. You got
something.
You're gonna slide my head into an easy bake oven.
All right, I'm covering your ear.
Okay. Gross.
Yeah, does it sound
It's a
cool?
little gross. This helps fulfill my dreams of wanting to be on You Can't Do That on Television.
Yeah.
I didn't even say I don't know.
What do you think's in the burger?
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that one. Not in, saying the word fire. How many sketches did they get out of the same 3 punchlines?
Oh my god. Like, enough to keep me amused for like 3 years.
All right.
If you want to turn him back.
Yeah, let me finish scooping here and then we'll roll you around.
That up a bit.
So how many times are we going to be able to reuse this this mold?
Maybe half a dozen.
Well, and if
It's
we
a
make
fairly thin mold.
Isn't
so
that why
it
you
might
make a-
tear?
isn't that why you make a stone positive so that you
Yeah.
can always make a new mold from
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Ideally, you would only ever have to have this done once. Well, unless you go to like a different effects shop and they don't have your head on file. But if you go to effects shops in Hollywood, you'll see like stone, like weird, creepy
Collections.
collections of
Oh,
like
no, it was wild.
Danny DeVito. All right, let's rotate you
Oh,
around.
that's cool.
Yeah, Rallis Khan just points to his gallery and is just
Yeah.
like, there's Trent Reznor.
That's for
there's
you,
Marilyn
Brian?
Manson.
Yeah, that's there's Arya Stark.
Yeah.
What is that hall called with all the faces?
The Hall of Faces.
That's what it is.
the Hall of
The halls of medicine.
Very good.
the Hall of Presidents.
Brian was a writer on Game of Thrones, actually. I don't know if you knew that. Brian, what do we got? Hall of Faces.
So at this point, does it hurt for him to be moving his face around and talking?
Not really.
Are you absolutely sure? Because like, man, you're gonna say, remember when Jason had eyebrows?
Oh, we didn't cover his eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's fine.
I was like, whoops.
No, there are different silicones you can use. This one is specifically made for going over body hair. The can says pubic hair, so if you want to get,
I mean, technically, they're just
Yeah.
face pubes, right?
but if you want to get really adventurous later,
Bill picked this up at the Pretty Kitty Brazilian salon.
Oh, yeah. Turns out it's Brazilian wax.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
but it's got some sort of release agent in it, so it doesn't grab onto your hairs too aggressively. You're gonna lose a couple.
All right, this is your last chance. Whatever comic book character crap you want to say, you're about to not. I'm dismissive of comic books. Whatever that nerd shit you want to talk about, you better hurry and get
You
out.
have entire boxes of comics at your house. I've seen them.
Is there any more left over here?
You can scrape that.
Okay.
This one's almost done for you.
Boy, this really does help to have an assembly line.
Yeah, it does. I'm also gonna kind of scrape off my brush here. So I'm gonna start. I'll work around your beard as well, and you can do the top part,
Okay.
Brian.
Got it.
But then on this cup, we might start working on your mouth, nose, and eyes.
Okay.
And I'll just talk you through the whole thing while I'm doing it, so you don't have any surprises. As Brian droops one in your eye. I did that. I was doing an alginate cast with my buddy, and as I said the words, you have to be very careful about the nose. I immediately shoved a handful of alginate up his nose.
Oh.
And I was filming it, so that's on my YouTube channel somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm getting this all over your shirt.
I
buddy.
can feel it.
All right, getting close to the eyes.
Yeah. You can get fairly close. Just the actual eyeballs, I'd like to do. I gotta finish this one. I'd like to put silicone on.
Put that
I'll just
quote
stop
from
talking.
Bill Duran.
I'll just stop talking.
I like to do the actual eyeballs. Okay. So I got a few gaps. How worried am I about getting it around every single hair?
Don't worry about so long as it's covered and there's no the beard area will just look kind of funky.
Oh, got it. He'll just have a.
We're not
bulgy-
going to massage it into his hair.
Gotcha.
We just want to make sure there aren't
But
any
it's like if
gaps.
there's a chance it'll hurt more, it wouldn't hurt to just really rub that in.
It's a little wacky on the beard hair here, so I'm just going to lay a lot of it down.
All right, here you go. I'm gonna start covering your mouth.
Yeah, you do the mouth, but I will do the nose and eyes. Be very careful around the nose.
So make sure that whatever your face.
If you get silicone in his nose, you have to stick your finger in his nose to clean it.
That would be like number 35 on the weirdest thing I had to do with Jason.
Make sure we get under the chin is an easy place to miss, so I'm just gonna make sure we do that.
Yeah, it's a little bit thin on this side too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna glue that on. Here, dig me. Here we go.
Now I'm not worried about the beard or anything. I will say though that if it were shorter, this would be easier.
So he's blaming the victim.
I
That's
shaved
way
this
to go.
morning.
Very close.
Then you sneeze and
Yeah.
poof. All right, now this is the best part. Also, the worst part about that Wolverine movie, where they sealed
That
up,
Wolverine
where they
movie.
sealed up Deadpool's mouth.
Oh.
We're doing that. All right. So, any last words? I mean, anything else you want to say?
He's like, let them eat cake.
See you on the other side.
All right, cool. We're going across your mouth. It may tug a little bit like across your eyes. So while I'm working, I'll let you know when I'm doing that. But while I'm working on your eyes, just be aware that you may have to just clamp them down a little bit so that they don't open while they're still. Yep, I got you that. You're welcome.
All right. Go over the eyes is okay?
I will.
Oh, you want fresh stuff
I
for
will
that?
do the eyes. You go. You do the mouth.
All right.
You put silicone on the mouth. I will go. I'm going over your right eye, and I'm going to try and be as gentle as possible and slow as possible, like that. All right.
This is like
I'm
a
doing
dream come
another.
true.
I'm doing another pass.
20 years I've waited for this moment.
All right. I'm gonna. Hold on. I'm doing another pass of a big pass over your eye, just to kind of cover it all up there, being as deliberate as possible. All right. That's one eye down. I'm gonna switch sides with you,
Yeah,
Brian.
I think so too. He developed a patch in his.
I got it.
wound
I'll
here.
take care of that. You get this whole region here.
Got it.
Don't go near his nose though. I'll do that.
I
All right,
will
we're going over
avoid it.
your left eye now. It's coming in, and slowly covering. Did okay on that. I'm gonna have to go back over it again. I need a little bit more goo. All right, going into your left eye again.
Boy, it really helps to move slowly on this,
Yeah.
especially as it thickens up.
Yep. Yeah, it's getting to a point now where it's kind of thick, so I'm going to hold off on brushing more on because it will just pull the next layer down. If that makes sense. This goopy bit I have here I'll use to cover a less detailed area. But see how it's kind of pulling a bit? So that's
Yeah.
pretty much done. And you can see the first one that we did, oh, never mind. I was going to say the first one we did has almost fully cured, but that is a lie.
And we're done. I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome to Extreme Makeovers.
All right, I'm going to do his eye and his nose, and then you just cover
Okay.
everything else. How you doing, Grace?
Good. Getting this way over here.
Getting this way. Oh, should I be wiping off this? So that
Try and keep some of the stuff that's curing, so that we have more brushes, but we'll
Okay.
get as much life out of these as we can. We're just mixing up another batch right now, Jason. I'll let you know when we're coming in for another pass.
see, this is that bedside manner because I'm sure you get people that aren't comfortable being uncomfortable, and you
Yeah.
got to kind of walk them through the process.
That's just went right at the camera. Boy, that would have been amazing if it landed. I went pew, but it didn't. All right.
All right,
I
that's
think we're-
good. There you go.
And
All right.
you're about to.
I'm
do the
gonna
home stretch.
take some and hand it off to you. All right, I'm going over your left eye again, Jason.
Okay, I'm filling in the gaps, Jason.
Like so.
Boy,
Do you
it's-
need one more, Bill?
Yes, please. All right, more goo. It is so much easier to mix up a fresh batch. It's amazing. I think part of it too is that it's warm here, and that makes a big difference. All right, I'm going to work on your nose, and I'm going to be very delicate about it.
I'll just fill in all the.
So I'm going to touch your nose now. Very good. And I am going to go down the middle of your nose like that. There you go. You can finish his mouth
Okay.
like that. And connect it, but I will be very careful not to cover your nostrils. We can fill that in later once this is off your head. All right. And more around the nose.
Should I just be looking for spots where coverage is light?
Yeah, anywhere that you see that looks thin, go ahead and just cover it. Look under his chin.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
get that
There's a few
fairly
spots
well
in there.
covered, yeah.
Gotta get that honey twist.
And I'm going over your other side of your nose. That. Now the silicone is very floppy, for lack of a better word, even when it's fully cured. So that's why we're going to put a plaster bandage jacket around it so that it holds its general form. And this silicone is capturing all of his wonderful details. Just going to massage that into your nose area. Oop, pulled some off of his stash there. There you go, Brian. Cover. How are you doing, Jason? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Great.
10-10. Would glob again.
Gonna go over your eye again. Sorry, I didn't mention which one. Now, what we're gonna do now that he's covered is basically try and make him featureless.
Okay.
So, like the area around the back of his ear, start
Okay.
filling that in.
Okay.
I'm gonna work on your right eye now.
So I assume the thinking of this is that detail for any kind of appendage like on the ear, you want as much silicone keeping as much of those details preserved so it doesn't tear or...
It won't tear. It also, I need to get a little more over your eye there. It also makes that area, that region less flexible. I'm going to go over your eye right now, which means that it won't deform when you're casting out of it. That looks really good. I'm going to go over the tip of your nose. Carefully. And then I'm going to go over your top lip now. And just cover that right up.
This is like the modern world version of Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Yeah.
It's just like... Smoker.
Okay. And this, I guess we really probably only need one more batch. You can fill in his ear, the inside of the ear.
Okay.
But the next batch, we're just going to kind of fill in anything we see that looks like it needs a little more thickness, and then reinforce the where we're going to cut a seam.
I'm gonna have nightmares of this version of Jason just shambling behind me at all times.
And then, yeah, we're really just going to look for like thin spots and patch it up. But we're just about done with the silicone part, and everyone's doing a great job.
Yeah, you seem a little thin on his cheek. Are we close, Grace? Oh, great.
There you go.
Excellent.
It is so awesome
You
having.
want me to just give you half of this?
No.
Oh.
I'll just trade it out. I think the temperature is really having an effect. It's curing. It's not wasting his time, let's say.
Is normally it cures slower when it's colder?
Yeah, last time I did this was in my basement in Seattle, and it took a lot longer to cure.
So Seattle's colder than Austin.
Turns out, I
TIL.
showed up yesterday with a hooded sweatshirt on, and I was like, right, Texas. Can I just say that the lady on the plane next to me ate a tuna fish sandwich, and that was not cool?
Okay, that's not the worst part, is because you said, well, she ate a tuna fish sandwich, and then she fell asleep and
then
started farting.
Yeah.
You can see Jason smile.
So that was my flight. All right, look for spots that are thin. In fact, around the base of his neck. You know what? This I think this batch of silicone was a little older. It seems a little bit chunkier, but that's okay because we already got all the detail. But let's go. I'm going to go around his neck to make sure we have a nice, strong thing around the neck, and then you just add a little bit extra down the back of the head where we're going to cut the seam. Now, overall, this is a fairly thin mold, and the durability isn't great. We could encase his head in a big block of silicone, but that would be dangerous and expensive.
Did you need another batch?
No, I think we're doing okay. The idea, though, with life cast is you really only need the one casting from the mold. So I'm going to trade places with you.
You got it.
And just do up the neck seam here.
I'm really surprised at how much of Jason's features come through even when it's covered this much.
Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't be able to see it, but you know.
Here's a bit thin up here.
Yeah. And this doesn't need to be pretty. Obviously, it's a big lumpy mess, but that's just fine.
That's just on the outside. He's
Yeah.
beautiful Jason on the inside. Yes, you are.
Definitely not a chud. So once we are done with this batch, we do have to wait a good maybe 10 minutes for this to cure. But while we're doing that, we can set up the next part, which is the plaster shell. But you will just get to chill for about 10 minutes, Jason. So that's coming up here pretty soon. If you need a drink of water and you can drink out of your nose, we can help you out. Or, oh man, it'd be great to be Mork. You just use your finger.
That's a relevant reference all the kids are gonna get.
They have Mork's suit at the Sci-Fi Museum in Seattle.
Is that Paul Allen's jam?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just sort of staring at this point. It's hard for me to
Yeah,
find any
we're
spots that-
pretty much there.
I guess it's a little bit thin here. If I can
Yeah.
get one more scoop.
Right here?
Yeah, there you go. Right down this way. So, are the brushes pretty much destroyed, or is there
Yeah, we'll just
silicone
throw those away.
dissolving solution?
No, there isn't. In fact, that's one of the reasons why silicone is so useful is that it is not reactive to many things once it's fully cured. But these are just like 50-cent chip brushes, and we're just going to throw them away. I'm just trying to smooth out some lumps here, but it's looking
God,
fine.
you look awesome. I was gonna take a picture, but I'm pretty sure we're taking hundreds of them per second.
Yeah.
From all directions.
Yeah. All right. I think we can call it pretty good there. I'm going to use whatever's left in here, but it is really kind of gloopy. But we're pretty good. So we'll set up for the next part. Shouldn't take long, and we'll let this cure while we do our thing. Very good. Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
Good job, Chris.
Goopy round of applause.
Let's just double check this side. Yeah, it's looking good. Jason's excited. Still.
Paper towels. Oh, great.
All right, I am done
Grace.
poking your face for now. I'll let you know when I'm going to start poking your face again. Let's see if my basketball.
Oh, nailed it. Okay.
Better than earlier.
Earlier, yeah, it was a little bit of a mess.
Here.
And this is when we all quietly leave.
Do yourself a favor. Here, let's just get a slow rotation. Actually, Jason, what have they done to you? What is happening? He did it to you, the child.
Hold on. There you go. Oh, no.
Yeah, no, don't try to sit. All right, here we go.
Chair's right
Sit,
behind
there
you.
go.
Very good. Okay.
Here, let me get another take on that.
Here, I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, actually, here, I'm gonna scoot you right here. There you go. Here, you can just let me turn you around. Let me pivot you. Here you go. There you go. Ah! What have they done to you, Murphy? It was the changeling, wasn't it? The child! No! Facing the wrong way. All right, here. Here, we'll get it one more time. Stop and have a seat. Okay. I'm gonna give you a twist. All right, here we go. Jason Murphy, what has he done to you? What has the child done to you? The changeling! No! You feel like you're about to cop a feel. Leave me alone. All right, here, have a seat. do you want to?
Can we do like a full 360?
Yeah.
Just
Here, I'll
turn
just
around?
hide down here. Nobody will see me. As you'll see, this week's collection includes Mutant Murphy. Acceptable for... Stop it! Leave me alone. Take it. Call now. You get the Jason. You get the globby head. 4x optical zoom. Schneider lens. Look at that Murphy. Oh, I'm sorry. My producer, Kara Tates, is telling me it's a mutant.
All right.
4x optical zoom. Schneider lens.
These brushes can be thrown away. The cups, this will peel right out of there.
Oh,
And
so
you'll
you can reuse
notice
them?
the skin-safe silicone peels right off your skin.
Yeah, it does.
But these guys here are good. So plaster's next.
Okay. Do we, you look like an angel food cake We could just eat you up. You're made of goop.
You'll be here, Grace. We'll start with the big ones
Here,
to go
how
over.
about this? I'm gonna eat him up.
Basically just fold in half. Like, yay. Dunk it, like just one swoop through it, and then squeegee it down into the thing, and then
Okay.
hand it to me. I'll do the first couple, and then once we're covering things, we'll hand off me, and then Jason, or me, and then Brian, and me, and then Brian,
Okay.
whatever. I'll just be here. You be there. I'll just do the thing.
Okay.
We have to wait longer. I'm gonna touch your head just to see. Yeah. So we wait. If anyone wants a weird selfie with Jason, now's the time. Actually, I want one.
Actually, now we all line up. It's Comic-Con.
Probably another 5 minutes or so.
I'll get mine too.
Duck face.
There you go.
Oh, wait, hold up the peace sign a little bit bigger, because I think we're onto something. All right. Up, other side. Here we go. Oh, it looks like my hand. Here, if you could do it like this. There we go.
Doing great, Jason. You look like you're upset because you got grounded.
This is my sexy duck face.
I want one with the four of us once Bill's done messing with his cubes,
Oh, absolutely.
his head cubes.
Hey, we can take that for it.
Oh, thanks.
Group photo.
Thank you.
Alright, everybody in. 3, 2, 1. Great.
Thank you.
Gonna poke your head again. See how it's still a little tacky?
Yeah.
But up here, like this spot was one of the first places we did. Brian's not paying attention.
Nope, sorry. I'm busy. I'm tweeting this out.
Oops, I just yanked on my microphone. I'm sorry. If you want to take another look at it, make sure we're all good.
Just came undone.
Yep. Sorry.
Good. It's a little more durable than silicone. All right.
Hashtag emotional.
The plaster is gonna be a little more drippy, but it'll wash out. So that's good, I guess.
Be nice and cool inside of your sweat cave prison.
The bandages are pretty quick too. So far we're almost an hour. Well, not into the life casting. About 45 minutes in, I think, into the life casting.
Got 2 minutes left from the 5 minutes you said earlier.
2 minutes.
No, you said 5 minutes.
Oh.
3 minutes.
Oh, got it. Cool. Yeah.
Messed it up.
Gonna poke your head again. Yeah, we're just about ready here. About another 2 minutes should be perfect.
You're blowing up on Twitter, Murphy. Everyone says you look great.
Hey, Jason, thumbs up or thumbs down? Are you feeling itchy? A little
Yeah.
bit? Yeah. Oh, you'll be good. Almost.
On your face, yeah.
It's really sealing in the flavor.
Yeah.
Slow cooking.
Turns out it's not true for steaks, is true for Jason Murphy's.
Post that in the Discord.
Oh, no, I should. Let me pop that in there.
Production channel.
Discord. And production.
It's a good photo, Brian.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
Don't worry, Jason. We should be able to get that off of you within the next 4 or 5 hours. Touching your head again.
He looks surprisingly smug.
Yeah.
You can tell.
He's got this contempt smirk on his face.
Yep.
Maybe that was the plan. He's just like holding a smile for. the
God, it really
entire
looks
time.
wet, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
already
good.
dry to the touch.
So we're ready to do next part. We good?
Or play bongos. Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so what's next?
We let it cure for about 10 minutes. It's feeling pretty good. We need to make a hard shell over it to support all of this once it's off his noggin.
Oh, I just realized you said hard shell, and I'm looking at this stuff. I realized this is like straight up cast. This is what they would make a cast for a broken arm out of?
That is correct. A
Oh, right
plaster
on.
bandage, and Grace here has a bucket of water that activates the plaster, and then you and I are going to put strips of it all over his head in a clamshell.
That bucket needs its own Twitter account. Uh-oh. Are you okay? Are you about to jazz hands? Oh, okay. Oh, I made you laugh. No, you're about to vomit. No.
No?
You
It's a
want to
sneeze?
sing 2 words.
He wants
Sounds
to
like.
sneeze.
Oh, got
Okay.
it. It's a movie.
2 things.
Greta Garbo.
One, that would probably ruin the mold,
Okay.
but 2, it would be really fun to film.
Okay. Well, let's not. All right, let's move
All right,
forward
so
quick.
Grace, take the plaster bandage, get it damp, and then squeegee it off, and then hand it to me. Perfect. All right.
So this is what? Plaster of Paris and gauze?
Something like that. We're going to start with the seam line that will be the parting line between the 2 halves of the mold. So I'm just bringing this down to the neckline there.
And do I want to tuck it in the corners there?
And you want to get it to be snug with the surface. You can really kind of massage it into the surface.
Okay.
And
it's
I
not
just,
sticking on the side.
it won't. Well, it'll get there. Fold this up
Okay.
to make the bottom part a little bit thicker and
got it.
stick in with the silicone a little bit.
Got it, okay.
As we add layers and as it starts to stiffen up a little bit, we can, sorry, I can't talk and do things at
No,
the same
that's
time.
fine. That's fine. I'll describe.
We will continue massaging it and it'll stick better as it starts to stiffen up.
Yeah, he's just got tassels on this
And
side.
then each edge that we add, you massage into the previous piece.
Oh, got it.
Each piece. So you just massage it a little bit. It will mingle like that. And I'm just going to tuck this around the ear a little bit, and hopefully it will do its thing. And then we're going to do one more over the middle, and I'm just going to make this. Look what take a peek at what I'm doing over here. I'm making a raised edge here, and we'll use that as kind of the parting line
Got it.
between the 2. That's a little bit thicker.
Okay.
And don't worry too much about the bottom there. We'll get that taken care of. And then Grace has got some smaller pieces we'll use to start covering the back of the head, like so. Smaller piece, fantastic. I'm gonna go around the neck, like that. Let's trade sides here, because I got my side to stick a little bit better.
Okay.
Like that, and I'll do the same thing for you. You just start doing strips around
Okay.
his noggin, and I will.
From the back first.
Should we
Oh
spin
yeah,
him
why don't we
around?
rotate him around?
Yeah. Well, here, let's trade sides again. There we go.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So this part down here, that as it gets thicker,
Uh huh.
I'm just gonna massage it into the silicone, and it should
Into
stick
little
pretty well.
nooks and crannies.
Yeah. Just like that. There we go. Thank you, Grace. And then I will just do a middle line here, and then you can work that way, and I'll work this way.
Great.
And Grace can hand you a thing. There you go. And then see how I just folded it over so that we have a nice clean seam line down the middle.
Got it.
And then you just massage it into the previous one, and we're good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I gotta tell you, I work in my shop by myself. Well, with my wife Brittany, we work as a team, but we're usually each working on our own projects. It is pretty fantastic to have both a crew of people to do the work and other people to film it. This is really wonderful.
So, I guess now's a good time to plug your channel, Punish Props,
That
right?
would be punishprops.com. Actually, this is a little bit more of an expensive way to do a life casting. It is, in my opinion, the best way. But you can do it with a dental alginate or just any skin-safe alginate. And I do have a video tutorial showing how to do that over on the Punish Props Academy YouTube channel.
So I am not seeing this tuck into all the bits and nooks and crannies.
It's
in
okay,
here.
it's
Okay, so it's not going to stick.
No,
Because
it
I
just
guess,
needs to hug it.
got it. Because as you mentioned, silicon's really good about not locking in with other stuff. All right, go forward
It won't
from here.
adhere at all.
Am I going
Did you
forward?
cover it?
Yeah.
Go
Or do-
horizontal now.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Get it nice and thick.
Well, yeah, we'll get 2 good layers on there.
Okay.
Here, I'll cover up the rest of this. And they're going to be in opposite directions so that they are more structurally sound. So we'll do, the next batch will go up. We'll start at the neck and go up.
Got it.
So I'm going to make a nice clean edge for the neck, and then you can go the next one up from that. Or you already put one there, so the next one can go here.
Okay. And still double folded over?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it looks like
Or
we
the way Grace is handing it to you is good.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
So it's already
She's
doubled.
folding it once, yeah.
Got it. And so.
Welcome.
Okay, and I want
And then
these.
just sort of tuck that in there, yeah. And the bandage structure is nice and strong, but you can also just wad it up and mash it into places if you need to.
Okay. But in general, you want those fibers intermingling with the
Yeah,
other
you
fibers
do.
as much as possible.
Yep.
Double up.
One of the nicest features of having a couple of people on it is no one feels rushed,
Oh, yeah.
so that we can take our time.
Every so often when we're shooting the Monorogue, I get this wave of like, this is fun. We do a fun
Yeah.
show.
This is a good time. It's more fun for us than
Us,
Jason,
yeah.
but
For us, it's arts and crafts.
Grace is having fun, I can tell.
Yeah.
Grace, who
Getting
does
plastery.
plenty of cosplay, making stuff on her channel too.
Which is?
It's Zon Zombie.
ZOM, ZOM, ZOM?
Replace the M's with N's.
Oh, Zombie. Got it.
Super confusing.
Was zombie taken? Is that why?
Actually, I got it from a poorly translated anime. And I was
Oh.
like, ha, that's so funny. They misspelled zombie, and it just stuck.
Let's do one more across the top here. I'm just gonna fold it over on itself, and that's good for this side. Don't get that wet.
Okay.
We do have to let this set up before we do the front half. So what I'm just gonna do is use my goopy hands to smooth everything out.
Yeah, at this point, you're just
bit.
keeping everything moving as it dries, so it
Yeah,
gets
and
as structurally sound as possible.
yeah, if you see like a puddle of plaster, you can massage it in so that it is doing more than just being a puddle on the surface. You can massage it into the fibers.
So you
a
get
bit.
the greater surface area and it dries out quicker.
Yeah. But that looks good. Great job, everyone.
Who's a good
Especially you, Jason.
So good.
And it looks like you're massaging his head.
But you can, yeah. But you can feel that where we started on here is starting to stiffen up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna rinse off my hands real quick, and we'll have to. Yeah, I'll talk about that later.
Man, I'll bet nobody remembers this, but Michael Landon had a made-for-TV movie called Sam's Son, and it was about a kid who thought that he was stronger when he had long hair, So in order to trick everyone, but like the big bad school was like, no man, you gotta cut your long hair. And he's like, but Dad, look at this, I can bench press these trash cans. And they're like, oh, we gotta figure out some way to get around this. And so they said, he's fractured his skull. And then they put a cast that looks exactly like this over his head. And he wears it around so he's secretly strong and can win the football games. And then like the big finale scene is like he gets mad and he reaches up and he cracks open the head skull and he's just got these majestic long locks and he throws the football around the world.
I'm gonna see this.
Then
Is this like the made-up show you were talking about last time I was
Nope,
here?
this is an actual made-for-TV movie that happened in the 1980s. You guys look it up.
I'm gonna cut a couple more of the long bandages.
Sure.
Um,
Aside for now.
oh, that's already
Yeah.
plastered. Yeah.
I'll just re-moisten it if it starts to.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Or just throw it away.
Can I wash my hands?
Yeah.
All right. Washing them off, boss.
How many do we have here? I'll do a couple more of these. I'm gonna cut some smaller ones too for the nose region. Feeling okay, Jason? All right.
Hey, is now a good time for us to stop down and swap cards?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Is now a good time to go through Jason's belongings? Yes, it is. Keep
my voice.
rotate a little bit more. There you go. You're good.
There they are.
You can still hear it. That's good.
Nose stuff. You want to write something down?
Guys, tell me I'm not the only one who remembers this Sam Sun thing. All right, hold on. We're about to give you a pad to write stuff down.
I don't know what that is.
just take it
Probably
off
not important. Okay. Pad, pen. I, for a brief moment, thought about handing him a pen that was not open, but
AMA. All right, chat room. For those watching live, we're doing a live AMA. My face is covered in green
Yeah.
goo. AMA.
limit your questions to those that can be answered with a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
One person says, I'm horrified.
Okay.
What side? Which number is this?
Actually, you have the one that's already wet, Grace. Or did you chuck
Oh,
it?
yeah, I
Here,
chucked it,
just
sorry.
hand it to me. It's fine. There you go. There's a gap. This
Okay.
is good. There's a gap here. I'm just gonna fill that in.
Well, it's ready to go.
Jason, the question was, do you need to go pee? I feel like I'm talking to Grandpa. I'm like, Jason, they want to know if you have to go pee. Do you have to pee? Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You got a pee-pee potty?
Brian, somebody asked, what's it like to be Shrek?
Kind of hard
Jason,
to
they
answer.
want to know what it's like to be Shrek. Do you speak Scottish now? No? Do you have a donkey friend? L.
All right, that's good.
He's dancing to Smash Mouth. I knew it.
Got it.
I once made a music video in high school to that song, All Star. Only it was me and my friends wiping out doing water skiing. And I cut this
Wow.
video with 2 VCRs and a Walkman.
Yes.
It's like prime early 2000s.
Yeah, I did it for a.
And it's like the only way to get
Yeah.
any audio mixing is to plug the music into the right channel and the
yes,
audio in the left channel.
Yes.
All
And
right,
I
let's
brought
see.
it in for a school project, and I'm like, everyone's gonna think I'm so cool. They did not.
Dang it.
Beans and Egg wants to know, how much fun are you having right now?
On a scale of 1 to 10 on your hands. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
Pagan of the Night wants to know, is Jason hallucinating, like in the sense desperation, but I think he meant deprivation. So no. Yeah, you've got a lot of motion and engagement, and
Yeah.
you're interacting. Rallis was,
There's
yeah, your eyes are closed.
So when you did the sensory deprivation thing, did your eyes were open?
But yeah, so they're open, and you just have to have a uniform field of white or
Oh,
red.
okay.
So as a result, when your eyes are open, the content, and you don't move, because if you move, your body uses that parallax to kind of draw a mental map of what's going on. If you don't move and you have the uniform motion, uniform sight, your brain is like, well, I got to be seeing something.
Yeah.
And so it just takes whatever noise and it sort of amps it up, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're looking at a windowless office and a godhead. That's what's going on.
Whoa.
Yeah. Are we about ready to roll on the next bit?
We are rolling and ready to go.
We're all set. Okay. Petroleum jelly, please. All right. And just for safety, I'm going to use more paper towel on this too. So, another 10 minutes have passed. We're ready to do the front of it, but we want to keep the plaster on the front from adhering to the back.
Oh, because
kinda
otherwise
warm,
it'll be
too.
just totally encased. It'll be like a Q-tip. We'll have to get a bone saw and open it.
Yes, that is the nightmare scenario. So, petroleum jelly, and you can get it all over everything. You can't use words I live by. You can never use too much petroleum jelly.
Oh, no, hold on, don't move.
I'm just gonna brush over way more than I need on the plaster. Get some on the silicone. That's fine, because the wet plaster will want to seep into the crack there. We want to just keep that from locking up. So there we go.
It's a good noise.
I was gonna ask you to do it, Brian, but I'm just gonna do it.
Nope. Yep.
I have
Trust
done
the
this
pro.
several times. What you can do is lay this down on there,
Okay.
just along the edge,
Just
and
lay-
just tamp it in there.
Get a nice crisp edge all the way across.
Yeah, and what it's not necessary, but I like to do it just in case. Just hedge your bets.
Oh, just to make sure that any of the other bandages don't end up sticking.
There's a little bit of a physical barrier between them.
Yeah.
Between the two bandages. Although, if I'm honest, it probably will just actually no, it won't. Never mind. I was gonna say it would soak up the plaster, but it won't because we're gonna brush plaster or petroleum
Vaseline.
jelly all over it. Making videos is wicked easy. There we go. We also haven't checked in with Jason in a while. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Great, awesome. Which is actually, we are joking around, but it is a good idea to double check on your model. Make sure they're doing okay, because who knows, he could be asleep in there. Although asleep in there would be
Quite a feat.
yeah. And this will get messy, but that's fine. Very good. Just about ready over here. You about ready to start doing more? Did you just cover that
Oh, cover it? Sure.
in petroleum jelly? There we go. Tiny bit more. And we're only going to overlap it by maybe an inch, but might as well just put more than we need. Okay, cool. Time for the next bit. Okay, this is going to overlap. You about done there,
Yeah.
Picasso?
Sorry. Sit tight. All right. Almost. Okay.
This is going to overlap the seam.
I feel like I want to put more.
I'm
Just
going to come around. It looks awesome, Brian. Good job.
All right. Thank you.
But to see how we're going to run my finger in there so that it creates.
Yeah. So we have two sides of. Yeah. So we have like two sides of a shell, like an Easter egg.
Yeah,
It's
and
just gonna pop apart.
It's there's some registration there so that when we put it back together, it will want to go back together. There we go. Another. I'm going to start on this side.
You got it. Well, I'll watch.
Yeah. Who's texting me? I'm busy. Hold on, I have to take this.
Yeah, Yeah, no, nothing important. Why?
It's just Adam Savage, you guys.
Oh, man. I mean, you've earned it. I give you a week before you come insufferable.
Just change all your contacts to Adam Savage.
Yeah. I don't know how much my wife would appreciate that.
Sorry, it's my boy. Hey, dog, how you doing?
There we go. Just massage that into the previous layer. We got some of the shorter ones now, so we'll go around the neck. And we're doing almost the same thing. It's just when we get to the nose area, I have
Yeah,
some
of
smaller
course.
pieces. Yeah. Around the neck. So tuck that around.
He does look adorable. Hand him a lolly.
Normally when I'm making a video, I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure I take a good.
Okay, now in this case, I have it touching right on here. That's probably not great, right? This got laid down to where it's fusing between the two.
Oh, you didn't. Here, just get another piece of paper towel. Stick
Okay.
between there. It
We
shouldn't.
did have the petroleum jelly there.
Yeah, there was petroleum jelly, but we'll just double down on the
On the old PJ.
yeah. There we go. And then,
Put that on his shirt. Just double down on the old PJ.
there we go. And you start going. Just do this half and the
Okay.
other half. Sorry. And then I'll do under the chin.
Okay. And I want the raggedy edge on the inside.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
But I appreciate your attention to detail. Actually, you know what? I'll just do the other side and do the chin in a little bit. Under the chin.
Under the chin, massage it in.
Going around chin like that. Once we get going, it's pretty
Straightforward.
straightforward. Yeah, just streamlined and.
Sorry if I pushed on your eye there, bud.
I'm gonna go right under your nose.
Boy, now that's horrifying. That's legit terrifying.
You're gonna have a hard time picking a thumbnail for this one because they're all so good. Oh, we're gonna need a couple more strips cut out, I think. Going across the eyes. There we
Here,
go.
I'll do one more for.
Now that there is a bridge here, I'm going to use some of these smaller pieces to go over the nose. So I'll just make a very thin strip that just does this. And that's just to, I'm going to be near your nose. Everything's cool though. That's just to support the silicone there when we're casting later. There we go.
And we have some exposed chin there. I don't know if you got a
Yeah.
small one. You doing all right,
Oh,
Jason?
sorry, I dribbled on you.
Yeah, this all washes out.
It's all, yeah, water plaster, you know. It's fine.
I love how Jason can emote mild annoyance
Yeah.
without the use of his voice or face.
All right, going across your nose, like that. And then,
Forehead.
could you fold those lengthwise and then fold them the other way
No,
so
of
they're a little
course.
smaller? We'll do right here and then forehead, and we're pretty well good. Yeah, that's perfect. So this is just gonna go over here, tuck in your nose a little bit. And I'll do the other side too, like that. Thanks for the assist, Brian.
You got it. I'm #1 nurse.
And then I think just one across the forehead will do. Oh, look at that. There's one more.
Wow. You want another little one or?
Just,
one
yeah,
is-
yeah, folded in half twice. The way you just did it. And just cover his forehead. And that, let me just do this. That should cover, whoops. Cover up like that. There we go. Really sort of massage that in. And that is all the plaster. So we're just going to poke you a bit more to make sure everything's nice and massaged in.
Wow. This is truly, from the outside, Jason, terrifying looking. Oh,
You can't-
outside it's terrifying. You look great. You look great.
You can feel it getting a little warm too.
Oh, it
as
does.
starts
Is
to
it
kick off,
exothermic?
yeah. A little bit, yeah. All right. You're getting a little warm?
Oh,
You're fine.
no, he's saying he's hot. He's good looking.
Oh, yeah.
As-
No one here will disagree. We'll give it. We'll give it. We'll give it 10 minutes and crack that thing off.
Hold on, let me get you a martini glass.
Oh, here I got a beerist mask mug over to the glass.
Actually, here I'm gonna put a little beer in the beerist's thing. You can hold it.
Iconic.
All right, Jason, I'm gonna put this in your hand, and I'm gonna kind of spin you around so you look all debonair. There you go. You got it? There we go. Oh yeah, you just do it yourself. Oh, we're just at a party. Oh, so I see you're doing well today. Everything good back at the horror factory from which you come? Okay, all right.
While we've got him, though, can you do a spin him for a slow 360?
Yeah, sure. All right, here we go. I'm going to start you backwards. All right, and you're turning. You're about 90 degrees. You're at 100 degrees. Wait, I said 180. Now your crotch is in my face. And now you're finished. Now we're doing a victory lap because we're all very proud. Now we're making you dizzy. Now you got to pass a field sobriety test. Oh, can you touch your nose? All right. Okay to wash hands?
Yeah. Done making a mess for at least 10 minutes. I'm gonna touch your head. A little warm. That feels good. All right. This is all going very well. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I mean that. Oh, did we not even? Oh, we used some of these, right?
Yes.
Okay,
those,
cool.
We still have plenty of those left.
All right. Everything I touch is gross.
I say that to my wife. She cries. Sorry. A better version of that joke would have been like, that's what my wife says to me when we make love.
I know you're having fun,
Do
Jason.
not make yourself
if
puke.
you
I
throw
swear to
up-
God, that'd be bad news. Oh, yeah.
So this is what's cool about silicone.
Oh yeah, cleans up super
Clean.
easy. Yeah.
And then
Hold on. Let me. Oh, I was gonna put it on my face. Yeah.
you have no idea what happened now. Here, you want to do it? It's really,
Yeah.
really satisfying. I'll leave one for you, Jason. It's like getting it's like licking the cake batter.
Does this look the way I think it'll look? Like, no, doesn't look good.
I mean, I wouldn't put that in my mouth.
Oh. Oh. I was like, wait, did we put it all over his mouth?
All right,
So we got,
another,
like, what,
another couple
another-
minutes, I think. Will be
Okay.
good. You know what we can do too is empty the water out of that bucket,
Okay.
and and place the head in there to hold it upright.
Oh, great.
Once we're ready
So
to
I'll
do
just wash
that.
this out.
I got that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool, appreciate it. There's soaps and stuff around. Is there?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, there's no shortage of it.
do you guys need it back soon, or is it just to put back in there?
We're
Yeah,
gonna
just to
put
put
the
the head
head
in there.
in it.
Oh, yeah.
To support
we
it
can fill it.
upright. I'm one of those clean as you work kind of guys.
I'm one of those watch you clean as a
Yeah,
work
that's
guys.
fair. You know who doesn't clean while he works?
Adam Savage, your buddy A-Dog.
He has people to do that for him. It's a life goal of mine. At the end of the day, to be like, well, that's too bad. Go home, and then when I come back, it's clean because the cleaning elves showed up in the middle of the night. I want cleaning elves, and not like little elves. It would be like Tolkien elves,
Oh.
tall, slender,
Sexy.
Yeah.
Immortal.
yeah, all glistening, and
Shooting arrows at each other.
Legolas shows up to clean my. He's not doing anything now, so he just shows up to clean.
It's encouraging to know that Adam works in a space that's inhabited by clean people as well.
Another couple minutes, and then we'll be ready to take you out of there.
Is this in? Oh, this is live chat. Got it. For some reason, I thought it was in the production channel. I gotta get another photo.
Yeah, sorry, that got real goofy.
I think this one's older. I had one on the shelf, and then one I bought new, and I think this was on the shelf one. A little sticky. All right, awesome. I'm gonna tap your head again. Yeah, I think we're ready to do this. Pop this thing off. Soon as Brian's done tweeting, it's fine.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, are we all good?
1 second.
Okay.
Good to go.
Another 10 minutes has gone by,
Magic.
just like that. We're ready to crack this thing off his face. Jason is very excited about that, I can tell.
You can see from the look on his face.
Oh, thanks, straight in the pills. That's a good one. All right, so I'm going to start by pulling the front off.
Do I have a job?
Um,
To watch.
you just watch.
I hold the flashlight.
If anything comes up, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and pull this off. So resist a little bit so I have some. I'm trying to be gentle here. What?
What?
You're being a dick. Okay.
Oh, got it. Jesus.
It wasn't jazz hands. I knew it.
So, will this break apart? Oh, this is just a skeletal structure for when we get the mold
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Got it.
And I am being as gentle as possible and try not to press against his skin. All right, I'm going to try and pull it out from under your chin, if it'll go. Oop. And
Is there anything I
work
can
my
do
way.
by helping pulling backwards on the other one? Or
No, it's just
oh, it's like a scab. You got to peel it real slow.
it's just physically tight around the seam, but not like
But that'll be a good seal for structural
yeah.
integrity.
So I am taking my time with this.
Post this on oddlysatisfying.reddit.
If the pressure is too much, then just give me a thumbs down. There we go. Oh, it makes that satisfying like unlocking sound.
Oh,
That was oddly satisfying.
you look all better. He looks great. New and improved.
Do you want to? Here, we can peel this away.
Wait till they get a load
Here,
of me.
here, spin around again, and Brian can do the back.
Okay. And then
And just sort of
real
lean your head back a
gently.
tiny bit,
okay.
and
Start at the bottom.
you're gonna try and peel it out this way. So
from
pull
the top or
from
the
bottom.
Okay, got it. So I'm getting a finger. Oh, there it is. So you feel all the nooks and crannies that are filled in with
Kind
that
of let
plaster.
go. Yeah.
Oh, I feel it.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the cosmos?
I hear it. I feel it. Oh, I can hear the cracking. Oh, that was delightful.
That was really cool. You can set that back in here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is put the jacket mold back together
Okay.
and let it sit in this bucket upright,
There's no water though, right?
No water.
Okay.
or just somewhere gentle for it to chill. I'm looking on the inside. The seam looks good, and we're just going to let it, because it's still baking.
Yeah.
It's still finishing its thing.
Okay.
Now we get to remove Jason from his tomb.
So how do you decide? I assume you don't cut it over this way. You want to
No.
slice it down the back?
Yeah. So if we can get you to rotate around
There you go.
towards me. So down the back to about here, we're going to cut a seam. I'm going to tuck my fingers all up around your neck. I have safety scissors.
Oh,
they
that's-
are
so
round on the bottom.
So they can't. You're not
Yeah.
gonna take a scalpel and just run it down.
No, it might be a tiny bit uncomfortable, but it's the rounded. I'm gonna hold out your hand, Jason. There you go. It's the rounded part of the blade there. That's what's gonna be going on down your neck.
And it might push a little harder than you'd like.
But I'm gonna be as careful as possible with that. I'm gonna go up to about here. If you can cut a T there, that helps with tearing and everything. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna rescue. Jason's like, I don't care, just get it off my head. So I'm gonna release this from your skin. I think I have the bald cap, and I don't want to pull that because it would hurt. Hold on.
Oh, so when this comes off, he should still have the bald cap on.
I'm gonna carefully pull away down here, Jason. It looks like the bald cap wants to come with the silicone, so we're just gonna run with that. It might come off, but I now have a place where I can cut. So I'm gonna give myself some space, and I'm gonna cut in a zigzag.
Oh,
Are we all framed while we do the thing? Everyone's good? Okay.
the zigzag is so you don't get like an obvious seam down the back.
Yeah, and when the zigzag comes together, it will lock together. It won't slide.
Got it.
All right, so here we go. I'm giving myself a little bit of room, and I'm going to cut through some of the silicone. And my fingers are in between the blade and your head. Even though it won't cut you, I'm still trying to be as careful and
Is there a
gentle as
chance that you'll
possible.
cut off his hair?
A little hair might come off.
So there's a chance.
And this might also, I'm just remembering to point out, might pull against your neck a little bit. All right. And it is going through the bald cap. Let me, I'm going to see if I can rescue that because it'll look cooler when it comes off. And also less likely that I will trim some of his hair. There we go. Okay. It's just going to get, the bald cap is just going to get wrecked. That's okay. It's not a multiple use sort of thing. I can go a little further. Oh, I got your hair. Sorry. There we go. We'll just put that back on top there.
You're like Paddington from that bit where he just marmalades the hair back on.
Sorry. If it's any consolation, it's on the back. Okay, working our way up. This is a really, I feel like I know Jason better now.
Murphy, do you feel like you're just feeling this immense pressure being lifted off of you?
It's weird because it doesn't feel like it's all that stuck to me anymore.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm just like wrapped in it because it already hardened and kind of pulled away from my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer you can talk again.
Sorry.
The good news is you now have a goop cake face costume that you can wear to Halloween.
I was going to say, too, you can flex your face to free yourself, but you've already done that, so great.
Oh, interesting. I could see while he's breathing, there's pockets going. Oh my God! Look at this pulsing.
Hold on, we'll do that. We'll flip him around and do that.
Okay. It looks so weird.
All right, I think we have enough. I'm going to do a sort of a T cut at the top here so that if the mold wants to split, it goes sideways and not down the middle. Like that. All right, so I think we are.
So much more gross with Jason's hair on top.
All right, why don't we rotate you around? There's a little, yeah.
All right, flex your face, bro.
Flex your
Let me
face,
see your
try and get
freaky-
your features free. Okay. Are we ready for the birthing?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Do you need help? Shall
I'm
we-
going to be just slow, again, slow and deliberate.
Okay.
I'm going to free it around his neck.
Coming up behind his ear.
Yep.
Is like
Free his ear.
3-person massage.
Yep.
Do I want to be pulling the bald cap off or no?
Let's try and keep it on, but I think it's going to go.
Oh no. Like I can. My fingers can be on the inside or the outside of the bald cap.
What you're doing right now,
Okay,
just keep
great.
doing that.
All right.
All right. So bend forward a little bit, Jason. Forward a little bit.
There you go.
And we're going to stretch this over your head.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
is it? Oh,
Hold
we
on,
got
wait. He's stuck on the neck. Stuck on the neck
Oh,
over
it's
here.
pulling my
Yeah.
hair.
There
Oh.
you go. There you go.
your head hair?
No, his
like,
face
like
here.
right around
Oh, I
here.
see. Yeah, it's
Right here, I'm gonna,
It's okay. Do what you need to do.
I'm gonna make sure your beard is free. Oh my gosh, you can feel the detail of the beard.
Ready?
on the inside.
Ready?
Holy cow.
Yep.
Here we go.
Good as new! Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Murphy.
Round of applause! Yay!
back.
So you have no idea what everything looked like.
No. That.
So this, here, hold that open. There's your face.
Oh, it's like when the dude from RoboCop gets melted by toxic
Yeah.
waste.
I got a little. That's a little bit of an imperfection there from where the goo kind of formed. So you have a little
It
bit
actually pulled away pretty quickly.
Yeah.
As I could feel it as it dried, just slowly separating from my face.
All right, this is gonna go back in the
Go
mold.
back on your head.
Here, actually, you can help.
Oh,
Jason.
wait, hold on.
Let's-
Can we get the shots of all this stuff? We
Yeah,
need
let me
close-ups of-
let me set it in this,
Oh,
and then we
well,
can hold it open.
But that moment that we just had a moment
Oh,
where
the
we
opening?
were looking
Yeah, yeah.
at that thing and the camera didn't see it.
Gotcha.
So here, if you want to, wait for it.
Here, you hold it, cup it with your hands.
Think so?
Here, wait, don't open yet.
Feels kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
Face it towards the camera.
Trying to get light in there. There's no light.
Oh, trust. You don't even need light with this thing.
Oh,
It's magic.
Sony. That's the only bummer right there is that thing. It was just it was setting
add
up.
a little bit of silicone in there to fill that in, or you don't worry?
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, I
up
don't
a
even know
little
if it's necessary. That's your call.
It's gonna look like I've got one of those giant growths on my face,
Yeah.
like Lemmy from Motorhead.
I can patch it up super fast.
Okay.
Yeah. But everything else looks pretty great.
Ah,
It's okay. I'm gonna mix up a batch to close the nose, so I'll do that. With
Okay.
that. Yeah. Cool. All right. Here, hold this. No, I'm sorry. Hold the front like that, and then this can go back in.
And do you want to try to get it to nest exactly the way it was? I guess it does it
And
pretty
it's
naturally.
pretty much in there like that.
so when casting something from this, you would use both of these pieces?
That, and we'll cap the back of it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
and so
all
it becomes
of
a
this,
bucket.
Yeah.
all of this is necessary for
Yeah.
that.
So this will go.
How much of my hair did you cut off?
it
It
like-
was-
That's a big gap.
no,
okay.
it's nothing. No, you
Fine.
can't see. You can't.
It's fine.
Like that. And there's our mold.
Now I have a Jason bucket.
We'll tape this up, but I'm going to go in, mix up a little more silicone, patch up the
Well,
nose.
here, why don't you get cleaned? Here, why don't you get cleaned up, and then he'll go ahead and fix the imperfections on this.
Okay.
There we go. I'm actually going to.
Can I peel? Oh, here, Jason, you want to peel?
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
want
you
to
can
peel
do
this
this.
guy off?
It's really fun.
It's very satisfying.
Oh yeah. Like
Just peel it. Just reach up, grab it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, right?
That's good.
Because it
Yeah.
doesn't stick to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Jason. You're
Thanks.
a trooper.
Thanks. It was a lot of hard work.
Where did my little cup go?
Oh, it came out. Damn. Wanted it to just dangle. Will it dangle? Yeah, all right.
Gross. You guys all had plenty of footage to turn this into one episode. I feel bad about the hair thing.
I
It's
don't.
always when I'm like, oh, I'm a professional. I've totally done this before. You have nothing to worry about. Right at the end, the last thing. Oh, except for I cut your hair.
All right, so you're mixing up a small batch of the silicone, and you're going to, what, are you going to fix the perfection? And
Yeah, this will be a little hard to see. We'll try and get in there.
Oops.
If we want to get up close. You guys want to? Good. This spot here, this silicone was curing when we brushed it on, and it was hard to see that, so there's a gap left there. So I'm just going to put a little bit more silicone in there and kind of sculpt my own smooth spot there. It won't be perfect, but it'll be better than that obvious blunder. And silicone will cure and stick to other silicone. So that is, sorry, my hand is right in the way of the shot, but there we go. That's good enough.
Yeah.
I'm also going to use some of this to plug up the nose. And again, it doesn't matter if the nose is pretty. We just don't want liquid to come out of there
Got it.
when we're casting stuff into it. So we're just going to jam a bunch of silicone in there, plug it right up. I actually can't at all see what I'm doing. Let's tap it
You're
towards-
almost done. You just got one more glob.
I mixed up a bunch. Let's just mash it in there. Yeah, buddy. I think it looks pretty great.
Yeah, looks awesome.
I see light over here, so I'm gonna just smear some on there because I have it.
Well, and of course you want to apply it to the outside so you're not messing up the features on the
Yeah.
inside.
See a thin spot over there. Might as well use it up.
Oh yeah. There's another one right here. Right up here. Actually a bunch down here. Let's just do it all over again.
Yeah.
This isn't perfect.
That's gonna be the worst news for Jason when he gets out of the bathroom.
And
What?
that won't affect how it sits in the.
No, if it bumps it around a tiny bit, the registration isn't 1-to-1. It's pretty. If that pushes that spot in a tiny bit, that's better than that bursting and having liquid shoot out of it.
And so we don't seal these together, we just hold them together as best we can.
Once we put this all back together, we'll re-lock that into place, and it's good to
got
go.
it. Okay.
We'll do that in a little bit. We'll let this set for a little while.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine if it does that. Cool.
Oh, it's scooping right out the nose. That's great. That looks lovely. Actually, I'll just wait for this to dry and then peel it off, right?
That's right. That is actually. I'm gonna push that back in. Oh, that's good. That looks really good.
Thanks for getting my Smash Mouth joke.
Yeah.
I said the shape of an L on her forehead. I was like, yes.
Non-verbally throw some shade at Smash.
We'll let that cure, and it'll be it'll be 20 minutes before we can do that. But once that's that, we can duct tape this together and pour some of that foam in it.
So, we're pretty long here, Brent. Do you feel like we should punch out at this moment, or does the episode need us to do the football face, or?
The football face is a really good payoff.
Yeah, but it's just like we're at at least a 40-minute episode, right? Or how much do you think there is to cut?
Well, we've got almost 2 hours.
So we could call it part 1. I mean, we'll still do the football thing. My question is, do we want to put it in this episode, or do we want to put it in the beginning of the making a face? But then that would be weird.
Yeah, I think
I don't know what. Oh, sorry.
it's the football thing's easy. It's mix, pour, wait,
Okay, and then we could go
and then
eat,
and then
come
reveal.
back after lunch.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the poor thing could be last 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
okay.
It's not like you went. So
And that puts
in-depth with either one step of it that it's like, okay, this is its own.
Yeah.
activity.
And that also puts a cap on the prosthetic thing. We said if we had cast this out of something more rigid, we could sculpt. We just happen to have this flexible stuff
Yeah,
on hand.
exactly. Just say. Now, normally, yeah. If we're making prosthetics, we do a stone positive. We're gonna do an easy thing and just make a foam positive.
Yeah.
To show you what it looks like, and then we do that, and then we go eat. We come back, and we're like, there it is, a stone positive. It's like, oh, and from here you would apply prosthetics,
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
sculpt and all that stuff, and then we end by kicking the head around.
Yeah. Grace, I think we're all done with your help.
All right.
But thank you. I mean, you can hang out if you want, but we're
I
gonna
do.
just be doing the rest of the thing.
I have to edit still.
You have to edit
a little
stuff?
Bit at home.
Okay.
But
Well, thanks
I'll see you
so
later.
much. Yeah.
Grace, thank you so much for
No,
coming
thank
over.
you
You
so
were
much for having me.
fantastic.
It was so fun.
Let me know what
do we
you're
wanna
doing
get a
later, and
release
we'll
from
go get
Grace
food.
while she's here.
If I can send you a digital release.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
That's the end of that story.
And also, Jason, now that you and Grace are best friends, if you ever need a cosplay pro in the area, Grace is your go-to
Oh, you're local?
woman.
I am. Yes.
Yeah, just saying. Stop calling me.
Stop bothering me. Whatever. You have plenty of excuses to get out here.
I do.
Hey, Jason and Brant, I heard back from Kelsey about doing the integration with the
I could do a post-it
with the
too,
drink
so you don't have
episode.
to-
She likes it. She said, I think they're a great fit to make sure the integration is segued in as smooth as possible. One note I had was the brand is going to be looking for the integration to be either in the beginning or in a mid-roll slot. What will work, and they already shot footage. I believe we're doing 2 drinks. It's a Manhattan and a Harvey Wallbanger. Is that what? Or
Oh, really?
yeah.
I don't remember. It's been
So, Brant, from what you recall, do you think we could do the one drink and then
O-N-Z-O.
break, and we're like, all right, let's taste how it goes with it. Or like, all right, now let's learn the other drink.
Tonight,
Yeah.
it's a design, digital thing.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Thank you.
But we're confident we can figure out some way to do it. Maybe what we do is, even if we get
Thank you.
partway
I'll
through
see
the
you
drink
later.
Thank you so much.
and before the
This is awesome.
tasting,
Have fun
before the
editing.
drink,
of course.
and before the first
Thank
tasting.
you. Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you.
Oh, wonderful to see you.
Thanks,
Thank you
nice
so much for
meeting
coming.
you.
Before you go, oh,
Yes.
hey, I need your microphone.
Then we could
Oh,
cut
yeah.
over and like,
Don't
all right,
need that.
now we got a drink.
Of course.
It has
Let's real quick prepare a meal because it'll be a short, 1 minute segment. Let's prepare a meal to go with it, and then we can cut out after the meal is done. So it's like making the drink, making the meal, tasting the drink, making the other drink, and then the button on the end is like, all right, let's see how the pairing works out. Oh, it's like this.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Bye,
Have a
Grace.
good one.
We should. It should.
Everybody in the chat. How's it going? Maybe you can pick that up. You wanna
Oh,
move in
it's-
front of the camera?
this is the chat from that. It's the same thing.
It is.
Okay. Gotcha.
Tangible.
Hello, everyone.
Ahoy!
I have emerged.
I'm looking a lot like Tom Cruise. Funny enough.
Feeling pretty cruisy.
Four liters.
I am still alive, indeed, with most of my face intact. Yeah. I am happy Brant asked the itch question. My eyes were actually, I really wanted to scratch them. When you guys were talking about, like, oh, he needs to sneeze. It's like, no, I just sneezed.
Oh!
I was like,
I could
And I
kind
built
of
it
hear
in.
it on the microphone.
yeah,
just a little bit.
which I told myself I was never going to, hold my sneezes in anymore because I read this horror story. Did I tell you guys about this?
No.
Yeah.
About the guy ripping his pharynx.
Oh my God.
And having to be like put in a medically induced coma because he suppressed a sneeze.
Oh.
And it tore this up, and so they had to like intubate him and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So that's what was at risk there, everyone. I hope.
Is your mic still muted, Jason?
Is it? Oh yeah, probably. Yep. There we go. Okay.
God, I put a sign in there.
I know. My exfoliating silicone facial. Yeah. The green goo, it didn't really feel like anything. Yeah, it was just like they put this goop on, and it dried really quickly.
And it gets the same temperature.
You
right?
got
It
some
doesn't
still
feel
in
really
your-
hot or cold?
No, it
You
didn't
got
feel
some in
hot.
your ear still.
Oh, really?
You
Right
got
here?
that going on, yeah. In your, yeah, it's all up in there.
Oh,
You'll be
gross.
finding that for weeks.
Gross. Gross. But yeah, after a while, it just dried, and it felt like something that was kind of sitting, like, on top of my head and face,
So you
rather
wa-
than sticking to
You
it.
want to know what's funny too is I've heard recounted what this feels like. I've never done it,
Really?
and I never have to because I life cast my twin brother, and
Bill's
I
like,
have a life cast, so I never have a reason to do it.
Bill
Ever
said,
again.
I've never done it because
Yeah.
it's extraordinarily carcinogenic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Just like
But-
lots of
She'll kill
cancer.
ya first
What's-
time.
Yeah.
What's funny though is like I've done it many times, and each time I'm like, this must suck. Like in my head, as I'm doing it, I'm like, this is gonna be terrible for them. But
wasn't
then I'm
that bad.
like, it's not.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
It was, I didn't trip balls, which is
No.
disappointing.
Damn it.
There was no tripping.
We plugged up the nose. Like everything I touch is sticky. We plugged up the nose and it oozed out.
Oh.
But now we know if it's cured or not, so it's still tacky. Once that's cured, we can crack this thing together and pour
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Edwin says, now I want to see a hairless Jason. When you came out, I could still see the bald cap.
Yeah.
And I thought, he really cut a lot. Not that much, did he?
It's funny how you can feel. You
Bryce
know
is
when-
like, oh god, this is bad.
You can feel if your hair is getting cut. It's a weird because your hair doesn't have feeling, but the sound and the
Yeah,
vibration.
No, yeah, as soon as you did it, I was like, there's some hair. Right there, you got some hair. Yeah, it didn't feel like an hour and a half either. It felt like it went really quickly for me anyway.
Oh, good. What's for lunch?
Whatever you want.
With so long as it's one of these three places.
We can probably do the other part standing back here and just showcasing everything.
Right. There's so what's next? Is it the football mold? Is that next? Or?
Yeah, we're gonna pour this flexible stuff. In
Nerf.
fact, I can pre.
Non-expanding recreational foam. It's an acronym. I don't know if you guys knew that.
know that.
got it.
You dumbasses.
Weasel O'Dooms asked earlier, were you bored out of your mind in the mold?
No, I didn't really. There's a lot of jibba jabba. It's hard to be bored when everybody's just like making
Yeah,
jokes
but-
at your expense and poking you in the head for an hour. So, no, I wasn't. It really wasn't bad at all. I was getting a little fidgety though, and it was difficult not to try to breathe through my mouth.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a mouth breather.
My math on this, it's flex foam at 10, which I believe means it expands 10 times in volume,
Okay.
and the human head is about 4 liters. So we need a final volume.
That's a tidbit.
It's a final volume of 4,000 milliliters divided by 10. would
Maybe
be
say
400.
Are we recording this?
Yeah,
this-
yeah. What are you doing? What
Oh,
are you
no,
doing?
I'm-
Save it, bro.
It's fine. I can say numbers again.
I know, but we can't unhear them.
Yeah,
man.
but here's the thing: when the camera's not rolling, I don't fucking care, Bill.
Oh, this says it says 6
you
times.
talk on camera, motherfucker.
6
You
times.
have one job.
So I'm
What-
gonna,
what's
I'm gonna
that?
add a little
You
more.
still have audio rolling. So
Yeah, no, it's.
well, we don't have a live stream. And a live stream.
I didn't call him a racial slur, if that's what you're.
On my day of all days, actually your day too. It's St. Patrick's Day, Mr. Murphy.
That's
You
right.
guys should make a Jello shot Murphy head.
We could.
Like a gigantic Jello shot.
Yes. Oh my God.
Just pour the booze.
Everybody
in
go,
it.
"Om, nom, nom."
Just
Well, you know-
like the Jello at that point.
Yeah. Just to take a whole fifth of vodka and just pour in the Jello powder. It was blah, 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 blah.
If we make ballistics gelatin, we could just make it alcoholic ballistics gelatin. I don't see why not.
Jeez.
Edible, is it?
Yeah.
It's just
If you
just
believe in
food
yourself,
grade-
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
food grade gelatin. It would
Remember,
taste.
the camera is not the iPad. So
Oh, no, I was just reading, yeah.
they're getting a good shot of your elbow right now.
We're almost there. This is almost set up.
Red Pen of Doom said, I'm proud that I haven't made a Shrek Bukkake joke. I mean, until now. Hey, Jason! No, I'm never mind. He's going to do a terrible Scottish accent. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to do donkey. It sounded like you were doing Eddie Murphy.
Hey, donkey!
There you go. Of course, if you have questions for Bill Duran, let us know in the chat right there. Be around. I don't know if we're going to keep doing this after lunch, the live stream.
Thanks for tuning in. Sexy duck face selfie. That's what the picture ended up. Oh,
Oh, did you?
I don't like being a part of that. I don't like. I'm glad you can't see my actual face. Because that's. Yeah.
Joel Telling.
Joel!
wants this.
High five.
There you go.
Joel is a good
Thank you,
man.
Joel. Fan, hope you're patron.
Joel, the 3D printing nerd.
Wait,
Bill?
Is today St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day?
How did you get started in this crazy biz? Asks our friend Red Pen of Doom.
My friends got me into cosplay. That's how we did it. Doing costumes for PAX.
What was your first cosplay?
The Team Blue from Team Fortress 2. Yeah.
Like all of Team Blue?
We had most
Oh yeah,
of
yeah.
the
Save all this
characters.
for your interview.
I was,
Oh.
but I was the soldier. Brittany was the sniper. We had a medic, a spy. I don't remember the characters.
Yeah.
We had like 6 of us.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Scout.
Was there a heavy?
No.
Ira?
No.
How do we feel about cutting off the head of a child?
Scout? No, he said Scout.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
You could just duct tape it back on.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. He's only gonna look better.
Beans and Egg said, I was hoping for a Shrek live action movie now. Bill, do you have any funny live cast stories?
Fortunately, no. It's
all
one
gone
of-
pretty
it's
well.
One of those things that it's like, wasn't it funny when we put our friend's head in concrete? Ah! We miss him so much. I did stuff alginate up my friend's nose.
Oh,
it's
that's
just
the petroleum jelly.
we can wipe that down.
Oh yeah, you did stuff alginate up a friend's nose.
Yeah.
So it's
But we weren't live casting.
Oh,
that was just for fun.
It's just what we do. No, yeah. That was
hey,
funny.
when we do the foam thing on this, is this something we're gonna want to? Is it a cool reaction that we're gonna want to watch?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll expand and look neat. Although, what's the?
Bill,
Full cure is
Braveheart.
2 hours.
Braveheart 48 asks, what has been the biggest disaster when making cosplay?
Actually, silicone is fairly expensive, and if you start making big molds, if you screw up, then you're basically just dumping dollars down the drain. And I've screwed up a couple of big molds. I had one where I dumped a bunch of like $50 worth of silicone into a mold, and the mold walls bowed and then leaked and then went all over the floor. And you just stand there, you're like, that's just it happened. Okay.
Nothing you can do.
No.
Oh yeah.
But again,
Dude,
fortunately, no major
patrons.
injuries.
Dress Pants
We're
Robot
really
Man
safe.
represent.
That's good.
A lot of
stoked
stuff
about
that you
it.
want to go
Came out
without,
really, really good.
without
This is all. They're in the mail now. They are on their way to you. I don't know for sure, but for those of you guys getting these, you're probably going to want to wash them on mild because the only way to get this many colors on there and have it look good was to do a transfer. So this will be like those old school iron-ons that you got back in the 1970s that said Star Wars on there or whatever. Or I'm with stupid and pointed to yourself. Or bullshirt. Or urban cowboy. What else? Urban chipmunk. Yeah, that was another one. T-shirts from the 1970s. You remember any of these?
Oh, keep on trucking.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit happens.
Yeah.
So make sure to wash them cold on mild. But dude, I love it. This is all Brant Hughes' incredible artwork.
Beans and Egg asks, Bill, what was the most complicated cosplay you've done?
It wasn't really a costume, but Brittany and I teamed up and built Probius from Heroes of the Storm. He is a Protoss probe,
Oh, right.
not
Yes.
a human being. So we put him. I built a radio-controlled base, and we drove him around at BlizzCon.
Nice.
That was pretty complicated.
Nice.
Most of the costumes we do is just armor. You just put on armor. It's not that complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. The Draugrs were pretty complicated. There was a mask and a helmet.
Lights.
And a
Oh,
bodysuit.
oh,
and
from
lights.
Skyrim.
Yes, the
Right,
Death
right.
Lord Draugrs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Bill, for this pouring, would it be helpful to have an overhead shot?
Yes, it would. And we still have time. This silicone's taking its time, so still have time. It is curing. It's just taking a little while.
Looks like Brant and Bryce are getting the crane out.
What?
Some fancy
yeah.
shots. Some fancy overhead shots.
Probius was a lot of fun. I didn't have to wear anything, which was my favorite part. I had an
yeah.
RC car thing, and I would just drive them around.
Nice.
We raced a Tesla. I think they let us win, but we won.
Have you guys? Have you ever been to a con when they've got one of the homemade like remote control R2D2s?
Yeah,
That
at
are-
Emerald City 2 weekends ago, there's a whole R2 Builders Club in the Pacific Northwest. They had a ton of R2s.
Oh man, there's one here, and they just make all sorts of the droids
Yes.
from just from the trilogy. One of them was they were working on a mouse droid.
Yeah.
From the Death Star, just
Do, 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 do.
the little, yeah,
Yeah.
and it was incredible. One of them was actually working on a BB-8.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know
Wow,
how.
that's some next level stuff.
There was
Yeah.
my
I don't know
favorite
how
that I
that's
saw
gonna
at
work.
Emerald City was an R5, the red one that they were
Yeah.
going to buy before R2, and they had it rigged that he would blow his top and smoke would come out.
the bad motivator.
It was really good.
That's so cool.
Wait, the R5D4?
R5D4.
Yeah.
Or in the expanded universe, he was a force-sensitive droid known as Skippy.
Oh,
Really?
really? That's funny.
That's been
That's decanonized.
that's been yeah.
Also, in the expanded universe, IG-88 split into 6 versions of himself, and one of those versions got on board the new Death Star.
Oh, that's right.
And became the Death Star.
Right before it blew up.
Right before it blew up.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Just getting there.
Oh, that's right. So you got these test things to let us know how close it is to go time.
Happy now.
Oh man,
Oh, you all right?
that is a thing.
Yeah, it's a beast.
You just want to take one of these home with you?
Can someone hold on this end?
Yeah.
Or on that end? So I can.
I have no leverage. Can you?
I'm
you
good.
got it?
I got it.
I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I got it.
Thanks, Bill.
That wouldn't fit in the ceiling in my shop is about that high.
Oh, really?
I actually have right where I do most of my work. There's a heating duct, and I just use magnets and I just stick cameras and microphones
Oh,
and everything
nice.
just boop, right up there.
Question for Bill
Yeah.
from Pagan of the Night. For someone who wants to get into cosplay, what would you suggest is a good way to start?
Well, if you go to punishedprops.com, there is a button right at the top that says "New to prop and costume making? Start here."
Perfect.
That links to a bunch of our beginner tutorials. Something like the hunter knife from Destiny. I have a full build video on that and a free set of patterns, and it's made from EVA foam, which is really cheap and readily available. It's a really great beginner project. for a hand prop. If you're looking to make a costume of something, pick something that's ambitious but realistic, and also something that you're a big fan of, because as you're learning new skills, you're going to get frustrated and run into roadblocks along the way, and if you're not a fan of that thing, you will give up. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Or grow to resent it.
Yeah. One of the first costumes I tried to make was Jim Raynor's full-on Space Marine armor.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I bought a ton of just sheets of plastic. I had no game plan. And I just started heating it and bending it until I ruined sheets upon sheets of plastic. And I was like, I'm going to do a civilian clothing. And I did, and it was really fun. I also spray
It's like
painted.
in like flower print shorts
Yeah.
and a shit happens t-shirt.
Yeah. And a crappy wig.
I'm Jim Raynor, just hanging out in the weekend.
Before I joined the military,
Yeah.
this is...
I did have a really crappy wig for that, though. I did his full outfit, just not in the armor. But the wig was the wrong color, and I didn't know any better, so I just spray painted it. And if you look at it, me in the costume, you're like, that looks like a spray painted wig.
Oh no!
Because it is. But that didn't stop me from wearing it. But the moral of the story is I picked something that I was a big fan of, and I made it work. Someday I'll make that full big armor thing, someday. I could probably do it now.
Blizzard seems to be like one of the big go-tos for cosplay. Why is that? Do you think it's just because their costume design is so good, or
I think
their character
that
design?
Blizzard, more than other companies, gets you invested in their characters.
Yeah, they're so good at that.
And like Overwatch cosplay is off the chain right now.
Oh my god!
Because they're releasing a new character every few months,
Yeah.
and each character
And
gets
new
new skins.
Yeah.
So someone could be in the middle of building a costume, a new skin comes out, and
You're
they're
halfway
like,
through Bastion, and you're like, oh, I could put leaves and
could-
birds
yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
Or take a costume you've already made, your
Right.
Bastion costume, and each year upgrade it to the new skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if you were gonna cosplay one Overwatch character / skin, what would it be?
I immediately am just trying to think of who has a body type closest to mine. Although you'd be awesome.
Tracer.
May.
I would love to, yeah. 10 years ago, maybe. Okay. You okay? It's not going to fall? All right. Dude, I would love to cosplay as Reinhardt. You know, just
Yeah.
Right.
We made a Reinhardt helmet. Just that's all we wanted to make.
Oh yeah,
Just the helmet. Like, that's fine.
I'd love to do a good like Zenyatta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw a
something
good
like
one at BlizzCon this year. The cosplayer's legs were in black pants, and the Zenyatta legs were up here.
Nice.
And does he have more than 4 arms?
Yeah.
Or two arms? Just 2 arms.
But he's got the orbs all around.
And the orbs. I think he may have.
Is there a
it may
skin?
have been. I think Zenyatta was up here, and the arms were puppeted. And the head, the cosplayer's head was in his torso. So the whole
His skins has multiple arms, maybe.
maybe.
I think maybe.
I just remember the arms being puppeted for some reason. But basically, the character was riding on a human. The human was looking out his belly, and he could puppet the arms. But he could float around this high off the ground. And then at BlizzCon, inside it's fairly dark, and it worked really well, just floating around.
One of my my favorite cosplay that I've ever seen was this gigantic Apocalypse from the X-Men, and it was amazing looking. 'Cause this dude was tall, broad-jawed, but he had this giant thing, and he was just really menacing looking. It was fantastic.
Zenyatta's ult gives him multiple arms.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the due diligence.
Yeah, thank you to Beans and Egg and Pagan of the Night for that.
What have I seen recently? Oh, all right. So at Emerald City a couple weeks ago, my buddy Thomas did Korg from Thor Ragnarok.
Nice.
He was giving out pamphlets for the Revolution. It was really good.
I've watched that movie like 3 times now.
Yeah. My friend Beverly did Hella, and it was
Oh.
friggin' bang on. It was amazing. I don't have a picture. But I did put together a video of costumes we saw at Emerald City on our second channel. It's Punished Props Extras on YouTube, or Punished Prop Sextras if you read it that way. Which my wife made the challenge. She didn't realize until I pointed it out. So, but anyway, I
A
did.
little accidental extra traffic. Good for the channel.
But that's a video over on our second channel. Just a bunch of cool costumes we saw there. There was a Soundwave Transformer, and his chest open, and he had tape in it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, it was.
Old school Soundwave.
Yeah.
It was.
The Vulture.
It was Rumble, Frenzy.
Oh wow.
Who was the Vulture? Rumble and Frenzy were the ones with the pistons. And the Vulture was.
Wait, they were like
They
leopards
were other-
or something.
What's that?
They were like leopards.
No, they were the cassette dudes.
No, but the cassettes transformed.
Transformed into.
That was a different one. There,
oh.
there was the leopard,
Yeah.
and then there was Rumble and Frenzy, and then there was the
bird.
The bird. Yeah. Can't remember their name. Yeah, I forgot about the leopard. I never had Soundwave. I always wanted Soundwave. That's really cool, though.
Man, and then the other kids at the playground would lie to you and say like, "Yeah, you have it," and you put a tape in
And it plays. That's like Boba Fett's Rocket Fires. you
Yeah.
know?
There was a version where it did.
There were only like 6 of them
Yeah.
made, though.
Did you guys watch the Toys That Made Us?
God, it was so good. It was just like, it's like, oh, hey, Jason, here's 4 hours of programming, 3 of which are about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like super into
G.I.
Star Wars, G.I. Joe,
and Barbie.
He-Man. Yeah, and Barbie. He-Man was not, yeah.
Those were the.
Oh,
We
shit.
had-
When we go to eat, I need to pick up. I have Amazon spots. Amazon spots for both of us. You know the Echo?
Dots.
Dot.
No. Spot is
Oh,
the new thing.
the new
Oh,
one.
it's different from the dot.
Anyone
Yes.
with a video screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we can call each other and talk on there. But the reason being is because for the Audible thing, so we can talk about the Whisper Sync and synchronize with the book. In the Amazon ecosystem, you can read on a Kindle. You can get in the car, listen to it on Audible. You can get to the office and just say, keep playing my book, and on the spot it'll start playing it for you.
Nice.
It keeps all that shit synchronized.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah, so we have a couple of spots, and those are at the house. And so I assume, like Trudy's, you guys feeling Trudy's?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you not want Trudy's? Okay.
I like that ladder.
We can go to Hat Creek.
So I fell back in to the new season of Terrace House.
Terrorist house?
Terrace, like a terrace.
That sounds a lot worse than what I was thinking.
It's
My show sounds great.
it's a Japanese reality show.
You're welcome to join us, Red Pen of Doom. So, yeah.
Yeah, how close is he?
He's down here somewhere.
Yeah, come on over.
No, it wouldn't be weird. Seriously, you
No.
can totally come join us.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
Actually.
Will-
yeah.
It's been a hot minute since we've seen you.
We'll smear goo on your face.
Yeah, good. We'll just do a quick live cast.
Yeah.
Wait, have we met Ruben?
Yeah.
I met him. I don't think you guys have met him.
I haven't met him.
I met him. He came out to a show at St. Edward's a decade ago.
Oh, wow.
Like just after Scam School launched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's South
Yeah,
Austin.
back,
so
back when Johnny Savant was opening
Was your-
for me and touring.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, seriously, Andrew. If you don't have anything to do, you can hit us up. Come join us for lunch. We'd be happy to have you. The rest of you can fuck right off.
But
Yeah, we really got to get the wheels for this thing.
What's that?
We gotta get the wheels for this thing.
Dude, just send me a link.
Oh, there are wheels for it?
Sweet.
because right now it's like, okay, well,
Oh.
It's gonna go back just like a half inch.
What if we strapped it to an R2D2? Which, by the way, once I get a new shop, I am building an astromech droid. That is.
Are you gonna make your?
Oh, you're
own,
gonna do
or are
it?
you gonna-
Yeah. Oh no, I'm doing R2. It
Oh,
was
really?
weird. Like I know the astromech guys have been around for forever. And they're
Yeah.
awesome, and I always see their builds. And I was like, that's cool. I don't really think that's for me. But then I went to Comic-Con, and R2 rolled up to me. I was like, it's him. It's him,
Dude,
you guys.
It gets every time. I'm just like, because I think, oh, it's some guy.
Yeah.
But R2 comes up to you and he starts beeping. And suddenly it's just like,
Yeah.
come here. But like I was watching, there was this little girl, she was probably like 4 years old, and she's walking around, and where she was talking to R2, and she's like, come here. And she's just walking across, it was Wizard World Austin, and R2 follows her, and she takes R2 to her mom. And she's like, this is my friend R2. R2, this is my mom. And R2 beeps and does the little circle.
You know that in the Disney Star Wars land, they're going to have fully autonomous droids that just walk around and,
God.
interact with people.
Oh,
And they're
man.
having to build them in such a way that it's like you can't roll over a kid or whatever. And so they're just robot labor that
So-
just goes around and makes it a living world.
Wow.
Cannot wait for that.
Like
Yeah.
no remote control at all.
Oh my God. Yeah, this girl was interacting. She was like, okay, thank you, R2, bye. And R2's like, "Dee, dee, dee, dee," and goes off. And I look and I see the guy off in the corner like doing that, and I just look at him, I'm like, good man.
Yeah, I need one. I was walking near my house, just went out for a walk, 2 blocks away from where I live, going down the street. I look up the driveway, and there's a garage door open, and there's 5 astromech droids.
There's just fucking Jawas looting the
Yeah.
place.
You're like, goddamn John was in the neighborhood. I knew this was going to happen.
I looked up the driveway, and this dude's sitting there, him and his kid are like fixing their robots. I was like, is that an astromech droid? He goes, yeah, you want to see it? I was like, do I ever? I ran up, I was like, I can't, I've lived here for 5 years. I had no idea you were building droids 2 blocks from my house. So we're best friends now. His name's Todd, and he's very nice. His son built, what's the little one from Rebels?
Oh, Chopper.
Chopper.
His son built a little chopper. I watched some of Rebels. Chopper is a murderer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, so is BB-8. BB-8 straight up just murdering folks from the inside of an ATST.
The
Psychopath.
one of the episodes I saw, there was another droid, and they're like, he could join our crew, and they're near like a cliff, and Chopper just goes, nope, pff, we already have a droid. And he shoved it, he killed him, just shoved him off the cliff.
Wow.
Chopper's a bastard.
I love the recent, like, and it kind of started getting into like Last Jedi, the idea that, oh no, R2 is crazy. It's like he's a dangerous, foul-mouthed psychopath.
Yeah. They're all just pretending. No, it's cool. We're going to Dagobah, R2. Really, R2's like cursing at him.
Yeah, R2's
Everyone's-
like, you realize I am engineered for very specific environments. Yeah. You are a fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's.
We're
no,
not
you-
going to join the rest of the fleet, R2.
He's like,
Dagobah's a swamp, you dick!
he's like, no, we're going to Grandma's house. They'll be able to play for miles and miles. He's like, we're going to the vet, aren't we? We're going to the fucking vet.
it's like in that scene in Last Jedi. It's like, this is a sacred temple language.
Yeah. Some of those mouse droids can get going pretty quick. Turns out the sand crawler was a scale model that was radio controlled, and they would just roll it really slowly through the sand when they were filming it. But apparently it could go fast enough to do a wheelie.
Wow.
I always wanted. Hasbro came out with a sand crawler a couple of years ago, and it was a remote controlled one that was like this big. But you can get it now still, but it's like $400. It's insane. But they haven't made it in a while, so it's like.
Seems like it wouldn't be that hard to make.
Hasbro has the HasLab. Did you see that?
Oh.
They just launched this thing called HasLab, and they're kind of running it like Kickstarter, where they post images of a prototype of a toy, and then they say if enough people buy this, then we'll actually make it. And the first one,
shit.
the first one is for the 3 3/4 inch figures.
This is-
Jabba's sail barge. It's insane. I mean, because it's got all the sails. It comes with a to scale Jabba inside, massive, $500, and it's like 4 feet long or something. I mean, it's not quite the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier, but it's
I
insane.
had that.
You had the aircraft carrier?
USS Flag. I learned recently.
I'm so just every time I hear someone that says I had the aircraft carrier, I'm like, cursing my parents
Our parents did not want us to have it because
because it was 6 feet
it was a
long.
menace. But I learned recently that my then grandmother, now ex-grandmother, then step-grandmother, I don't know how it works, my grandfather's
Sure.
second wife,
Yeah.
bought it for us, and my parents were pissed. But it took up a room,
See, I had
a whole room.
I had the pit, the GI Joe base,
Okay.
and I had the Terror Drome,
Yeah.
which was that big circular Cobra thing. But I had all sorts of stuff, but I never had the aircraft
Yeah,
carrier
that was
because it was
the thing. I think
ridiculous.
you could stand on it. If you were 8, you could stand on it. It was
That's
that big.
insane.
You can touch it.
Is it okay to touch?
Yeah.
Ooh. So it's just spongy.
There's a drip.
It's like rubber, basically. I mean, it's silicone.
It's rubber, yeah.
Brian got a phone call. Oh,
Yeah.
there's no camera there. Brian got a phone call. See, I actually did it that time. Brian got a phone call. He's
Oh
outside.
my god! I was editing down the South by Southwest Night Attack show, and I didn't see it when he did it live, but Justin at some point was holding a microphone and holding his beer, and just starts talking into the beer, like really like intently got it wrong. Like committed for like a second.
that's
It was
good.
very funny. So it's not the first time. It's recursive. Well, it'll be recursive in a second.
Ah,
I'm going to take a moment to go use the bathroom.
Yeah, this would be a good time.
go for it. Go for it.
We're ready to go. Hey, friends.
Hey,
Hello.
this is Patreon's patrons get all access, Bill. So sorry,
that's
man.
Fair.
Yeah. It's only the $10 and above contributors though. So, and they're good people.
This is fun. Like you would get from a bee's ass. And then this is Elmer's glue. Now you have to get Elmer's glue brand specific because otherwise it doesn't have the right type of work. You see, Elmer's uses the best. So we have a nice pull up to this force. I don't know why. I mean, it's like any other measuring cup, right? But it's so you got ounces and milliliters, but then you have like ratios. 2 to 1. I feel like so it might be a thing where if you're doing a 2 to 1 ratio or 4 to 1 ratio, fill it up to a certain point on one, on like the right hand side, and then fill it on the other one. So like you pour it in on one side to measure it, and then you pour it in on the other side. You keep pouring it in, and then you're able to measure the other stuff without having to have 2 separate containers. Oh, right, and because it's not. Yeah, okay. That probably good. Because it is flared a little bit, so it's a little higher up.
That is the flexible foam we'll be casting into it, and then the silicone we use is over here.
Yeah.
The silk, body double silk. This stuff
That's
is,
so wet.
it's petroleum jelly. Yeah, and it will always be like that.
No, the top's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just happened to grab the one wet spot.
There's more than
What?
that spot.
Oh, he's back.
What's going on? Oh, you're showing off the setup.
Waiting
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just about good to go here.
All right,
for you. So,
fantastico. Here, I'm gonna go pee pee in the potty.
okay.
That's a good place for it.
Yeah, I mean, of all the places, that's where I would
The
prefer.
announcing of it, I think it's fine. The data makes sense. I didn't need it, but good. I get it. He's not going in there, and I'm asking, what's he doing in there? Is he cleaning the grout? I'm like, no, he's probably.
But what if?
That should be just your next cosplay.
Yeah.
You can say, I'm gonna be a walrus.
Yeah, done.
Well, at least those are
But like really build it up. you know?
Wasn't that an Adam Sandler bit from SNL where he said he came up with the worst Halloween costumes? Like, I'm Pickle Face or whatever, and
I have no idea.
it was stupid. I regret bringing it up.
Were you able to get
I
all
never
that?
liked that bit to begin with.
I just realized we had the remover, but you were able to get everything off your face.
Oh
this
yeah,
time?
we didn't
Yeah.
even use your remover.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
Y'all good?
Most of it, I'm sure I'll be finding stuff, but
Yeah.
most of it came off
Yeah.
before we even tried to pull it off. So,
At least those are better tasting sticks than Jason's.
well, agree to disagree.
It's still here.
There it is.
Brian, your mic.
That was great.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, do we, it feels, so the last thing we got was, why don't you go get cleaned up and we'll do this, and we did that. I feel like we made it clear, since nothing really happened with hallucinating or whatever, like you were just like, no, not really.
Nothing.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't think we need to pay off that thread. I think
Yeah.
that's in there.
What was I talking about that you guys said I should do? Oh, the math. Okay, great. Good talk.
I'm glad I could be there for you. So when we go to lunch, I'll be excited to tell you about the phone call I just got from Jay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm excited.
Your brother Jay?
Yeah, he might be joining us tomorrow.
He's having a baby.
yeah.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah.
first male to have a baby. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. In fact, just picture Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that's my brother.
I also think that was a thing a few years back.
What? Oh, no. Yeah, it was a trans man who was pregnant. Yeah.
Okay. Not the movie Junior
Not the
with Danny DeVito. Wait, was Danny? Who else?
Yeah.
That was twins.
Twin.
Oh,
I'm thinking twins. Yeah.
Wait, I think it was in Danny DeVito. I think was in Junior as well.
Was he?
I need to know.
He was
this.
like the scientist, wasn't
I don't think I watched it.
he? Oh, I see. Now you have standards.
Well.
Mr. Horror Movie.
How'd you like that trap?
Dude, in the Arnold Schwarzenegger book,
Yeah, it's Danny DeVito.
Total
Look at
Recall,
that.
they talked about how Ivan Reitman and Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger just wanted to do something together, and they had the idea for twins, and they're like, but all of their salaries were so high that no studio would greenlight all three of them, and they're like, tell you what, we'll do it for free. We'll do it for free, just a fixed thing off the top. And it ended up being one of the most lucrative deals in history, and so as a result, nobody will ever offer a deal like that again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, can I get a clap, please?
Yep. I was about to sleep, but then I just clapped, so there's no.
It's like Nicholson with the Batman merchandise.
Oh yeah, he just wanted toys.
I think Alec Guinness did something similar with Star Wars. He just wanted a percentage.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, awesome, great. This movie isn't going to make any money. Fantastic. Meanwhile, he's got his Scrooge McDuck vault full of gold coins.
All right. Anyway, guys.
He has
Wait,
made enough
one
money
second.
to have like functional lightsabers.
Someone did that YouTube channel called the Hacksmith. The blade was like nichrome wire, only it was a rod of it, and they've just put an astonishing amount of current through it.
Oh God.
So
Yeah.
it just glowed like a lightsaber.
Yeah,
It's
it was
amazing.
terrifying.
Okay. All right, so where are we at? Jason is now clean. We got a head with plugged noses, and we need to fill it with what? Normally, it would be a stone positive
Right.
for the prosthetics.
Yes.
But that would take time.
It would
right?
take time. We're going to do something a little quicker today and fun, really fun.
Okay.
This,
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
this.
No, you go ahead. Jesus, would one of you go ahead? Jesus
Canadian
Christ.
standoff.
Canadian standoff. I've never heard that before. That's
No,
great.
you go.
I'm sorry.
you
I'm sorry.
No, you go.
I'm sorry. You go, Bill. I'm sorry.
All right.
I just. It's really important that I pass this test, or I'm going to lose my job.
Then. Sorry. This is a flexible urethane foam, kind of like Nerf darts or Nerf.
Nerf, is that an acronym?
It is. What does it stand for?
I don't know. If only the comments would tell us.
Non-expanding recreational foam, I believe.
Oh, somebody reads the comments.
Somebody reads the comments. Learn a lot from them, dummy. For us. For us.
I'm lost.
Oh, we did the Nerf thing. Every fucking comment was Nerf is an acronym.
Oh,
it stands for
really?
non-expanding recreational foam.
Very good.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
This is an expanding foam. It's polyurethane. It's flexible though, like the Nerf, the non-expanding recreational foam.
Oh, is that what that stands for?
It's just an expanding urethane foam. It's squishy. It'll be really fun, like a soccer ball we can kick around. So we're gonna mix that together.
Your
pour it
face
in
is
here.
gonna be a soccer ball we can kick around.
Yay!
No one else noticed the realization dawning.
Let's kick Jason's face. Let's kick Jason's face.
Let's get started. First, we have to put our mold back together.
Okay.
So if you want to put the back of your head on here.
Okay.
And it should lock back into place because we did such a great job.
So we just seal the silicone up
Yeah.
into the plaster like that?
And the
Yeah, first you get
plaster-
the lock on the plaster, and then you just stick your hand in there
Yeah.
and wipe it all around. I guess.
And then, yeah, everything's still covered in petroleum jelly, but that's your life now. And then duct tape, we're going to duct tape it closed.
You brought duct tape
did.
from Seattle.
I did. This is we have the best duct tape in
Oh
Seattle.
man, you're gonna start duct tape wars. We're gonna have East Coast, South Coast duct tape wars.
Would have been easier if I brought the whole roll.
Here, I'll help you.
That's
We
Seattle's
can
on the West
actually
Coast,
just do it.
by the way.
Yeah.
Did I say? Oh.
You said East Coast, South Coast?
Yeah, no. Seattle's not even invited. That's how bad they are.
There we go. The whole roll wouldn't fit in my luggage, or it put it overweight. So, anyway, so we're just gonna kind of lash this together. If you had mold straps, you could do that. I didn't bring them, so we're just gonna duct tape it closed.
Mold straps?
Yeah, it's like
Straps made of
Like,
mold.
just like belts, basically?
belts, like you'd use to tie stuff down to a trailer, only smaller.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that ratchet to get
Yeah.
it nice and tight.
kind of like that. So
Thank you for not doing that while it was on my head.
that
Oh
would have
my
been
God.
really cruel. You know what I'm gonna do?
Dude, that's how terrifying that. I mean, have people died doing this?
I have no idea.
I'm glad we asked that question now.
It's a lot easier.
I wonder if anyone's ever died during a head casting thing. I know that when I was in college, my buddies were doing it to one of their roommates and just put the plaster directly on his face and it started heating up and he started screaming.
Oh,
He was like, get it off!
that's amazing.
They pulled it off and it ripped his eyebrows right
Oh,
off.
that's amazing.
They just were making it up as they went along, right?
Okay, no more horror stories. So in here, I'm just gonna reach in
Yeah,
his
sure.
brain and relocate the seam on the back there.
So you're taking the zigzags and you're
Yeah.
getting them all lined up.
Oh, okay. So you're taking all of the silicone, making sure it's all lined up.
So
and
right now-
smooth.
We have an effective negative of Jason Murphy.
Yes, we
So
do.
negative.
But
been
look,
said.
the seam is gone.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It is
Yeah.
legitimately.
Yeah. And as
Disappeared.
we pour volumes of liquid in there and it expands from the weight, the jacket will keep it in place.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, we have a bucket right under there. If you can grab that.
Old PB.
Yep. Set it down there. We'll use that to kind of hold this in place. So it's not going to go anywhere.
Yep.
Do you need any ballast around to keep it vertical?
That's
or?
not a bad idea.
I don't know that I used the word ballast correctly.
You didn't, but that's fine.
I was about to say,
That didn't help.
I was trying to think of a use of the word ballast that would.
Here, just take some of these cups and just wedge them in there.
It's a lot better.
There you go. Just use them as ballast. It'll be fine.
He's gonna make that word
That's
work.
good, yeah.
all right.
Or one more.
All right.
Okay. We'll just wedge that in there.
I'll be happy when in the dictionary it says alternately something that keeps a head vertical.
It's gonna just show a picture of a paper cup.
Okay, now the next part is going to be quick. We're going to mix the thing together and pour it in there.
Okay.
And then we're going to kind of slush it around to coat the inside
Okay.
while it's still liquidy, and then this is going to expand.
Okay.
So I've explained it, and then we're just going to do it because it'll be really fast. Cup. I've already portioned these into 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, there was a disturbing moment when you just casually mentioned, yes, a head is about 4 liters.
Yes.
How does one come to know such a thing?
Google.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your head is about a gallon.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
tell me what each of these things are.
So this is the expanding foam. It's a urethane polymer, I guess.
In 2 parts.
In 2 parts, it's a liquid, and then when you mix it together, it does 2 things. One, there's a foaming agent that will create bubbles so that it expands. And then the other thing it does is it cures into a solid. In this case, it's going to be a flexible solid, so it's a squishy foam.
Okay.
So here, we could all do this together. It should be really fun. You pour that in there, you pour that in there.
Oh, dude, like
same
mad
time.
scientist. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'll take yours, Brian, so I can scrape it down. It's a little thicker. Oops.
I already screwed it up.
All right, there we go. And then we want to mix this really fast and introduce as many bubbles as we can, because we want bubbles. Usually when you're doing casting, you don't, but in this case, we do. And I'm scraping the sides to make sure that everything gets integrated really well. And we want to mix it until it's ready to start foaming, and then we want to pour it.
Is it going to suddenly blow up like a, what is this stuff, elephant toothpaste?
Elephant paste?
Yeah.
Or
No.
Yeah.
It's not that violent, unfortunately.
Man, we got to do that, though.
Yeah, it's been on the list for a while.
This is actually starting to get warm as it reacts, and I'm just going to go for it.
Okay, and so we're just pouring it directly into my head.
Into your head, but I'm also going to try and get it to cover the sides.
Jason's no longer empty-headed.
Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so you want to aim it so it gets in all the cracks and crevices, because if you just poured it at the bottom and it bubbled up, those bubbles are going to prevent it from getting in there.
Yeah,
Into all those
it,
cracks.
and the foaming, the bubbling and foaming and expanding is not going to, you'd think it would want to rise to fill all those crevices. It will not. So now that most of it's in there, I will do this.
That doesn't look like it's going to be nearly enough.
If it's not enough, we'll mix up some more and add it. I didn't bring a ton of it, so I wanted to make sure that we had enough. So, being a little conservative. But it expands 6 times in volume.
Now, where can you get all of these supplies? Are these available just like on Amazon?
Yeah, actually. These are all stuff from a company called Smooth On. If you have a Smooth On or a Reynolds Advanced Materials store near you, actually, I'm just going to do this. It's a lot easier.
Oh, the ballast.
We just got a Reynolds store near us, so I was able to just drive down and pick it up. But
How expensive is this whole project, everything we've done so far?
probably a couple $100.
That's not bad at all.
Not too bad. And I always make sure I get more than I think I need, just in case. Doesn't hurt to have extra. All right, it's starting to bubble up a little bit.
How much would it be retail to go to a special effects artist and say, I want a stone positive of my face?
I don't know. People have asked me to do. Strangers have asked me to do life casts of them, and I'm like, I don't. That doesn't sound like fun. So I don't even.
You're just at the grocery store, like in
mean,
the frozen
strangers.
section. You're like,
Judy, would you stop asking?
Strangers on the internet. It's just not a service I want to provide, but I'm sure there are people that do it. It's really starting to foam up a bit. And I'm just kind of, while it's still liquidy, trying to get a good sort of even coating. But it will get to a point where it doesn't want to do that. Like right now, it's really starting to clump up.
It's starting to already look more like the
So
silicone.
I'm actually gonna.
Chocolate chip Charlie.
I'm gonna hold it like this so that it fills up from the face back.
Got it.
So
Because that's the most important part.
Yeah, it gets all the detail.
moneymaker.
That's. All right, look at. Can we?
Yeah, here.
Can that see?
Hold it
in
so,
there
yeah.
As it's starting to go. Yeah. It's not as exciting as I hoped it would be.
Oh, no.
Look at it go!
So how long does it take to fill all the way up?
Let's read the thing. Pot life, it says, is 50 seconds. It can be handled in 45 minutes and cures in 2 hours. So within 45 minutes, you can handle it. I don't know how long the expansion time is.
Yeah.
It's going pretty well. But we'll wait to see how long it goes, and if we have to mix up some more, we'll wait till it stops expanding. We'll mix up another batch and pour it in.
So at the very least, we'll have your face.
Yeah. So now we wait.
When we return from lunch, is there going to be a half-formed clone of me stumbling around, like a Nerf Jason?
It peels out and starts to form an arm. Yeah.
It says, I live.
Like Swamp Thing.
That is going though. I'm always like, I always mix way too much and pour it in because it's like, oh, there's just that much, and then whoosh, and there's a mushroom coming out the bottom of it. So playing it safe today. I think I am gonna have to mix some more, but that's okay.
Well, let's dig it, man.
Well, I want to wait till it
you
stops
want-
expanding.
Okay.
I don't want to be surprised.
I just want to harangue you about your job.
Okay, it's fine.
It's-
It's fine.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
You know, Adam Savage wouldn't leave.
No, he wouldn't. He'd probably have something else to do. That's usually what I do. I'll pour something in a mold and then I'll go work on something else for a while. But I'm kind of stuck in this warehouse. They won't let me leave.
So is this the break point for us?
No.
We'll
we
wanna
need, we need to
demold it.
fill it, and then the break
Yeah.
point will be when it cures.
Yeah. That really is neat, though.
Oh, we're gonna fill it with more of that stuff, the same stuff.
Yeah, because it's not quite
Right.
filling all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But we need to get a sense of how much more to make.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop down while we wait for that to fill up?
It shouldn't be more than like 4 minutes.
Yeah,
I think.
another like few minutes and then
Your call.
we'll mix it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to mix up some more. You know what? I'll just start pouring some more
Okay.
to do a little. We will probably need a little bit more.
Right here.
Well, this we'll have to mix in a different cup. 'cause
Oh,
that's
it's ruined.
expanding, Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll
Another
we can
one there.
peel out later, but
You got another one in front of you?
yeah, we got plenty right there. Someone thought ahead and brought a ton of stuff. Good job,
Dude, you
Bill.
brought a mini roll of duct tape. That's how
Yeah.
planning you are.
I'm just
You're a
kidding.
plan man.
Plan man. I also have life hack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I also ruined my microphone. Sorry. A flashlight on me at all times with duct tape wrapped around it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
So if
that's
I need a
very
little
clever.
bit of duct tape, good to go. Which I keep doing this. Which happens sometimes. You do need duct tape. Did anyone see how much I poured in there? I think I'm good. 150 milliliters?
I mean,
Sure.
it's equal parts, right?
Yeah. About the same amount. I've heard it's best to just hold it and move it while you're pouring. That's how you get the most accurate. A little bit more.
So it looks like it's expanded to about halfway
All right,
at
yeah.
this point.
So I'm just going to use the rest of this. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah, and it's already really viscous and thick.
Mm-hmm. So let's do the mix dance again. That was fun.
I love the mixed dance.
Oh, this
I was
one's
trying to-
better. This one's better.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Gotta do the mixed
All
dance.
together now.
3, 2, 1,
Thorn
dance.
Voltron.
I'm a leg.
All right, let me scrape that.
There you go.
The side B is always a higher viscosity, so here we go. In fact, if I have like a mechanical mixer, like a drill for this, that would be even better because it would
So in other
whip
words,
it
if
up.
we were fully kitted out from a tool sponsor,
Yeah.
we'd be able to use all
Oh
that.
yeah, DeWalt or Ryobi or really any
Let's
of those.
just say our loyalty is very flexible.
Yeah.
But I'm sure whoever joins us will be our favorites forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they don't watch any of the other episodes where we handle tools.
Dude, we actually could do an entire episode just on proper tool safety.
We could. Well, I mean, with an appropriate expert.
Oh, no. Yeah, not with us. We can't teach it, but we could learn it. Okay, so do you want me to get this? Boy, it really is. Look.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's barely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And this I can just pour right in.
So the worst case here is we get a bit of a seam.
Actually, let me scrape that down. Yeah. But it's not straight down Jason's face, so we got that going for us.
We do have that going for us, Bill.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Yeah,
So the same thing, I'm just gonna roll it around in there, coat the surface that's already expanded. You know what? We could also put something in there to take up a lot of that volume.
do you think we need to? Because I
We'll
guess
see.
so.
We can put a
If
cup
the
in
answer
there.
is
hey,
my
one of those
head-
cups you had?
Oh my gosh. For ballast?
And like that.
Oh. Oh.
Is that a genuine ballast cup?
But I'll keep it like here-ish so that it doesn't fill up.
Are you? Oh, I would think you would do the reverse so it would fill up on the sides.
Just gonna coat this whole thing, and then keep it there so that it fills up around it. This is good.
All right, we're gonna go to lunch. You hold it right there.
There we go.
You remember when you told us this was an hour-long project?
Yeah. I didn't say. I said the life casting would take an hour and a half.
Okay,
That's what I
that's
said.
true.
And it did. Everything takes longer when you're filming, though. When your star gets a phone call and he's got to go in the other room.
Is there a way to hold that such that the camera might be able to see the foam expanding? I don't know if that's showing up.
Oh, a time lapse would be neat, but we screwed that up.
This is riveting.
Yeah, it's great YouTube, actually.
It's expanding around it, though. It's really cool. I wish I had to fart right now.
That may be the most Bill Durant thing I've heard.
Trying to decide how good or bad it is that I have this all over my hands. It wants to push the cup out.
Cup up.
You know what we could do is set this in the bucket there and then put some weight in this thing, and then I don't have to hold it. Could you slide the bucket over? And then,
What's
Get
heavy?
these out of here.
and then Brian, if you just hand me your keys.
Is that all you need? How about these
Seems like it's holding
lead
fairly
brass knuckles?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's too heavy.
Oh.
I've changed my mind.
That's perfect. I have a new definition of the word perfect.
I've got a pocket knife. Oops. There we go.
Too much? Deck of cards.
What about
man?
this ghost meter? We'll
That's
see if
about
it's
right.
haunted.
That's about right.
See if the. Are you sure?
Boy, that is working. Look at it fill up right around there. That's so cool.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I mean, I do this stuff all the time.
I mean, I'm not impressed. Maybe you guys are.
Sometimes Bill just climbs into a bathtub full of the foam and just waits, and it expands, and then his wife has to chisel him out.
Oh, that's working really well. That's awesome.
Thank you, ghost meter. You serve two purposes.
Some
Not
would,
only
s-
do you
some
find
would say
ghosts.
only one.
I was about to say, let's slow down with the bold proclamations there, Brian.
I did really enjoy you guys running around the.
The Wizard
Wizard
Academy.
I love the people that didn't watch the entire episode.
Oh yeah, that
That's
just
my
lost
favorite.
their minds. Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah. Some people felt betrayed, like, I thought better of you guys. Like, you didn't finish the episode.
You're like, no, I thought better of you.
Well, this is pretty much it. We're just gonna let that do its thing.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So we're gonna break and check it in a moment.
Yeah, the cure time is 2 hours. And
Okay.
You can handle it in 45 minutes. So we're gonna let it do its thing.
Lunch.
Lunchtime. Cool. Good job, everyone. Is this? That's kicked. All right. So we can't do the hammer because we use all the material.
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't think we're gonna
Looks
have
like
time.
we
fine. I
are
think we're
going
on
to be
track for
wrapping up
something
the
really
stream, everybody. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
We'll see you soon. Red Pen of Doom said, "Stop trying to make ballast happen, Brian."
Funny is I thought like that's what the asshole would say. As I was there, like stop trying to make ballast a thing, and then it happened.
So do you know what ballast actually is?
Yeah, it's like shit that keeps a boat floating the right way.
That's exactly what it is. Okay. We have, where I grew up in a port town in upstate New York, there are a bunch of piers jutting out from the shore, and they were all created because an empty ship would show up full of rocks to use as ballast. They would dump it all overboard and then pick up their cargo and then take off.
Oh.
And these piers formed over years because that's where they would just keep dumping their ballast.
kidding.
Interesting.
But the ship has to have weight in it, otherwise it'll fall over.
Yeah.
Oswego, New York. No, you never been there.
Woo! Yeah, no, what? I have no idea.
You ever been to Harborfest? Come on.
Nope.
It's a big deal.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Stop trying to make it a thing.
I'm trying to make Oswego a thing. Look, it's
yeah,
a town.
Harborfest in Norfolk.
It's probably not as good as the Oswego one. Were there fireworks? You would
Maybe,
know.
I think it's in the summer. Maybe.
Can I take my mic off? Is that-
Yeah. Yes. If everyone can take their mics off, I'm just. That is.
This has been super fun. I'm glad you guys got to meet Grace because she's legitimately amazing.
It was nice for her to come out and help.
She's been busting her ass on her YouTube channel too, doing all kinds of costume tutorials, and she's always got just an amazing attitude. It will actually. I have some Prozaid right here. I'll just brush it on the silicone, and then it'll let it dry, and then we can stick it on your face.
Okay.
This is the most important thing we should do right now.
It just makes it tacky.
Put a lot on there. Let that dry for a minute.
What's this stuff called again?
Prozaid?
Prozaid.
Medical, it's for like sticking parts of your skin back together.
Oh.
But the effects industry has co-opted it for
Sticking
nefarious.
stuff to your face.
Yeah. Clean my brush. No, it's ruined.
Really?
It's glue. I mean,
Oh.
it's okay. Yeah, probably. These are like $5 for 100. So. Now it's on my hands. It's also, what's the other one? Spirit gum is another one.
Yeah.
It's not as strong as this, but it's really easy to use. Thinking about suspending the skull in there. I built a piece of wood with a hole in it so we can suspend it with a PVC pipe that's in the skull and hot glue it, hopefully at the right depth.
Dude, we need
Seems
hot
like it would work.
glue and-
I brought all that.
Okay, all right, right on.
I brought all that.
Okay.
I really hope the skull works. Just think it's good. The ballistics gel is transparent, so you can see the skull like suspended in there.
Perfect. Oh, that would look so good. You're gonna get it off by like a fraction, though.
You're gonna go nuts.
Yeah. Like the skull looking over
That's
here.
more than a fraction.
You're like, that's disastrous, my friend. Oh, there we go. Now I'm crying guacamole tears.
It means you killed a guy in prison.
That's right.
It means I killed a tortilla chip.
You gotta,
Being
you
too
got
for
some
acting
glue on
too
your face
salty.
now.
Salty. Oh,
Hey.
I gotta go clean my face now.
I think this is more like maybe more like a contact adhesive where you put it on both the
Both
your
sides like
skin
rubber cement.
and the thing, and then they stick together. I haven't used it a lot. I've only really used it for the stuff. Guar gum.
Oh, for like for the ball caps. and
Yeah,
stuff
I've only
like
ever really used it for the ball caps.
that? Yeah.
I've done prosthetic. The domino mask was.
Allison uses that for her beard for one of her shows.
Oh. Not daily use.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her beard, me.
Are we?
So we've got about 20 minutes left on these cards.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be able to wrap it up in that amount of time. No problem.
You want some Pruno? Okay.
He filled up before he got here.
Oh, yeah. I guess you just. Oh, yeah.
Alright, you guys about ready?
Yeah.
Alright, starting over here, audio's going, and lock. Okay, 3 claps, please.
One,
All right.
one burger later.
Yeah. All right, we got full bellies and enhanced expectations. Enhanced? What does that mean? All right.
Elevated?
Oh, that's right. All right, we got full bellies and elevated expectations. Spill it.
Time to crack our boy open.
That's it? You
That's it.
just gonna crack it open?
Yeah, just like an
Okay.
egg. Just.
Jesus, just destroy it.
That-
Like, no.
That might be some sort of
That was all
trauma for
day.
me.
I'm just gonna cut him out. Brian, waiting for Brian to try and take my knife away
So
again.
I'm just gonna stand way far away.
And
If Brian looks too closely at a knife, he starts bleeding.
Somebody forwarded me that scene from Kung Fu Panda where he goes, the sword's so sharp that just looking at it,
we take the jacket off, and this is actually kind of handy to have a cup in there. I got like a.
Okay. No.
No!
Yeah, here, Jason, I'll let you just
do
peel
the
the
honors.
seam away.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Here, you take the
Do be
center
careful because
stage.
I've noticed that the silicone will tear. If you take an angle and you
Yeah.
just keep going,
Okay.
it'll pull apart. Oh my God. This is your head.
How far does the.
Wait,
you'll
peel
notice.
the other side.
Yeah.
Just keep peeling it open.
There you go. That's the top.
There you go.
Okay.
And then slide your hand inside all the way around. Get it all off. There
Like
you
so?
go.
Get it over the ears.
This is exactly what we did to your face. We were rubbing our hands over it.
It felt really good, I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very relaxing. It felt
Yeah.
like I was being tended to by my handmaidens.
And free haircut.
And free haircut, thank you. Bill. Who's your stylist, Bill Duran?
Yeah.
Bill cuts my
I
hair.
really like the way you took it just a little off the back.
Yeah, just clean it up a little bit, you know. I'm really afraid I'm gonna damage something.
Well, here, if you want, I'll pull up on this, and so if you can. Oh wait, here. I think we're out of focus lane.
That's fine. I've done this before, but you guys go ahead.
We're helping.
We're helping.
Look what we made. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. Holy cow! Would you look at that?
That's great.
That's fantastic.
So this is what I'll look like when I lose my hair.
When you're dead, look at this little side by side.
It's actually-
Here, just relax your face. Relax your
I'm-
face. Close your eyes. Yes.
That's just as pale as I am in real life, too.
This is amazing.
That's really incredible. I didn't expect to be recognizable.
Yeah, I didn't either, to be honest.
There's a little hair right there.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
Oh no! That is. Look at that. That's not hair. Well,
No,
one
no,
of
no,
those
there's,
is hair.
There's a legit
Yeah.
hair.
But there's foam hairs if you look.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like that's how precise the silicone mold is that the foam filled in the individual hairs on your mustache. Do you want to get this up close or?
Sure.
Okay. So that's the real hair, and I'll try to position it. If you, can you see the foam hairs? Here, look at this. You could see all the details of the bald cap. You can see the flow of your beard. There's another of your actual hairs in there. Wow. Man, looking at the cheek, you can see all your individual cheek hairs.
This is the spot we repaired a little bit.
Oh, yeah. It's a little disorienting.
It's very disconcerting.
Like I look at it and I kind of,
You want to kiss it?
like my brain is having trouble processing it. When you look at it, it's just kind of,
I mean, this.
I mean, that's me.
This is you. Oh, and that works out great.
It does.
It's a stand. Oh my God, that's too good.
You can see on the top, there's a little bit of flash coming through from the seam on the mold, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
just a tiny amount. And this is the consistency of kind of like a Nerf football.
It really is. Here,
Yeah.
go along. But go for it. Why not? Just make another one.
it's
Man.
so.
So if we had cast it in something like hydrocal stone, like a rigid material, you could have that bust that you could use and reuse to sculpt features onto it. So, a different nose.
So
or
the
different
idea
features.
is, for the prosthetics part, you would have another mold of, let's say, the outside of a big balloon nose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you would basically stick hold on, how can I put this? You would put like hard bloom gelatin in there that's warmed up, and you would stick it on there so that the outside is somebody else's nose, and the inside would exactly match his nose. Once you had that, you would apply it over, you would smooth it out, cover it with makeup, and now you just have somebody else's nose.
Yep. The trick is
Nice.
molding someone else's nose without them knowing.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, I'd imagine you could do like a 3D scan. Somebody walks
yeah,
through a corridor,
yeah.
scan their face, and then you exactly 3D print that nose.
Or if you're just really good at sculpting, you could sculpt it by hand with clay on there, pull a mold of that, and you're good to go.
Oh, right.
All right, now here's the question. Do we make Dress Pants Robot Man into an android? Or is that, is that a step too far? I wonder, here, actually, I just want to see what this would look like. Wait for it.
I'm going to use this for HOV lanes.
You're
I'm
like,
sure
"Sir,
that'll
you and your
work,
twin
yeah.
brother were speeding.
Yes.
Pretty great, isn't it?
All right.
It's
All right, here, take a look.
disconcerting.
I am Dress Pants Android Man.
No! Oh, God. Just have it turning on a swivel.
Oh,
Just
my
on
God.
a motor doing 360s the whole time, really slowly.
That's amazing. Sorry,
way
sorry,
more
buddy.
ripped than
Sorry, buddy. I was just kidding. I would never do that.
Give me legs. I got a little bogey coming out here.
Well, you could carve that out.
I can,
You would
I
just
can.
if this was a stone positive, you would just take a Dremel and just
Yep.
carve it out.
Yep. In fact, if you were going to do facial prosthetics, you would.
Sorry.
Same.
Excuse me.
If you were going to do full face sculpts on it, you could trim his beard off. You could
that's
sand
right.
it down so he's nice and baby smooth, and
I can't believe
make
the
like a fat
detail on
suit.
the beard. That's the amazing part.
Mission accomplished. Good job, everyone.
Oh, man. We're going to sell so many of these.
We could, couldn't we? Oh my God, Patreon reward.
Patreon reward, Jason's foam head.
Dude, how much time and effort would this take? How many of these can we make before this gives out?
This will probably only get a couple of castings out of it.
Okay.
If you were going to produce a lot of them, I would cast this in stone, clean it up a little bit, and then make a big durable mold of it where you can take all the time you want, don't have to worry about killing your subject. And a big mold like that, you could get 50 castings out of.
Man.
We got to just start leaving these in random places. And draw the eyes open.
All right, question. And this is optional, so don't don't think I'm progressing the episode. Like, I brought makeup. Do we want to risk screwing this up?
That's a lot of makeup.
I mean, I brought a lot
It's
of
all-
makeup.
We're also already have a lot of episode filmed.
Yeah. All right. Well, then forget it. Okay. So all right. So we'll punch it out, and then, dude, I don't know what even to say. I'm so blown away. That's terrifying. Here, I will lay him to rest.
Lay him to rest. Treat him with respect.
This is your child.
Oh, little Jason Murphy. God, this has to live. Just put him on the shelf.
I can't stare at it for too long.
Yeah, we got to save it just like this forever. It's not worth defiling it. Here, we'll just. We can replace the ball. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. It's
Perfect.
Look how good that looks. All right, done. I'm calling this a major success. Thank you so much, Bill
You
Duran.
are welcome.
Punishedprops.com, youtube.com/punishedprops.
Yep.
You could crash my house anytime.
Wonderful. And if you want to get into more molding and casting for a variety of purposes, our YouTube channel has a whole playlist on just molding and casting. Everything you need to know to get
yes.
started. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for having me, guys. It's been,
Heck yeah.
been a pleasure. I will come down to Texas and pour goo on your face anytime you want.
Oh, you say the sweetest things.
Let me know if you need a haircut.
Jerk.
God, that looks great.
Doesn't it?
Here, I gotta take a picture of this.
Here, do you want it with or without the helmet?
With the helmet, for sure.
We're all done?
Yeah,
all done?
that was
Okay,
great.
good. I'm going to tape this back up so it doesn't flop around everywhere.
Text that to me if you would, please.
Yeah.
It just is really weird for me to look at.
It's gonna be a little bit of a linen vibe.